Hi, everyone.
Morning.
Sorry you're running a little late, Lola. Or Gothangelik, we were supposed to be on her channel this morning, so we weren't prepared to open up on this one, but so it took us a second longer. Lola's power went out in their area, so no internet, I guess. So if she gets her power back, we will be pausing and going over to her channel. So, but for now, we're here. Welcome, everyone. Good morning.
Welcome.
And happy Thursday. Hi, Dwight.
Hi.
This is my husband. We pop on in here.
Hi, hand. There, there he is. Hi, Dwight.
Hi. You look good.
What?
Huh?
What did you say?
I say you look good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a little early for me to be looking great, but you know.
Yeah, but you do look great. So
thank you.
You can own it.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, to you as well.
Okay, so if you guys start putting a Q on the questions, and we'll get that written down, and we'll start.
Hi, Swati. Hi, Greeter. Teresa. Hi, Jima. Hi, Positively Gone. Hi, where do I'm missing one. I'm missing one. Tony. Hi, Tony. I feel like someone else. Joanna. Hi, Joanna. Thank you for finding me on Instagram. That was fun. So again, yep, we're here. And we may be all switching over to Lola's channel, Gothangelik, as soon as her power comes back on. Poor thing. So let's see. I want to, oh, yeah, happy Pride Month again. I'm sporting my Pride shirt and my Pride background.
Yeah.
I found out, you know, Pride does all, you know, all their parades and stuff this month, and I heard that they're going to kind of switch the theme over to Black Lives Matter. So I'm super happy and excited about that, because I couldn't find that Pride spirit myself, because I felt like there needs to be another focus right now.
Yeah.
And so they're switching their parades over to supporting and standing for Black Lives Matter. So yay.
Yay. I'm glad about that.
And yeah. So I just feel like I just want to pull a card for us this morning, all of us here before we get started on the questions. Are you writing this down?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
because then I can go in and.
Yeah. You do the questions, and you know, they just want me to jump in and say, remember what we were talking about last night in reference to everything changing because this yucky can't come. They want you to kind of comment on that. You know, just the energies, this whole, can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah, but I missed that. I got it.
It's like the whole energy, all of this negative, like we have got to come together. We cannot keep separated, you know? Yeah. And so in all forms, so they're like, can you make sure you talk about that while I'm writing down questions?
Okay.
Thank you.
If I have to remember what we were talking about. Because usually it just kind of comes out and I don't even know what I'm saying.
Well, tell me when you're done, tell me, and then I'll just hop on in there. Sorry, I have to put my eyeballs on. I can't see.
So yeah, as a collective, as a nation, as a world, we really need to start bringing our energies together, or we are just going to just chaos. It just is chaos. And that's kind of what we're seeing now is chaos. And so now it's all about coming together like-minded and collectively to move forward in a higher vibration together. And those who aren't on board are going to be floating off. And it's just, yeah, it's now. Now is the time to really come together, guys. Come together. Love wins. I love that. Love wins.
Yep.
So continue to be in that.
No,
And that's so funny. The card I pulled for us all, that's funny, Karen, that you had me speak on that, is the 3 of Gabriel. And that is really bringing the energies together as one. And that's celebration. And that's where the victory will come. And it'll pull us out of this this dark energy. I don't know what else to call it.
yeah. Well, and you know, my guides, I'm still writing down stuff, so pardon me. My guides.
You don't have to write down the questions, just write down the order. Because
Okay.
I put their questions on the
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the order.
Oh, there's that paper. Okay.
So I see that greeter is first. So I'm going to go ahead and just put
Greeter, Swati, and Tony, and then Jima.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put her first question up.
Okay. Yeah, you know, one of the things that I get is, you know, back on that card is that, remember, those of us that have been following, you know, it's kind of like that carpet, everything's swished underneath the carpet and we're lifting it up and we're not even halfway. But they're saying, I mean, every time I think about that, all I keep hearing repetitively is where we're going, which I don't honestly know what that means, where we're headed, where we're going. This cannot keep on like this. So all of these negative things that we have closed our eyes to and kind of sat quietly and let happen is going to come out.
Yeah.
So, and this, and growth hurts, they want to say. Growth hurts. And this hurts pretty bad. So
I think this is like growth times 10.
yeah.
It's a real transformation. It's 9/11, guys.
Ooh.
It's 9/11 here.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a transformation. This is like a birthing, and that's never easy, but important and needs to happen for that new life.
Happy birthday, Positively Dawn.
We have a birthday today?
Yeah, it's Positively Dawn's birthday.
Awesome. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Aw. Yay. We celebrate you today, Positively Dawn.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Lavender is 8 on the list. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, question about my husband and my brother's wife. We want to close them, do the past issues, then they can still be trusted. I almost feel like, you know, when I read that question, it almost feels like, I almost get the feeling like they're not really there anyways, you know, so like, are they stepping back in for you to ask that question? Because it almost feels like they're over there doing their own thing. You guys are over here doing your own thing. But I don't think they go out maliciously to be nasty. You know, they're just not. I don't see that. So let's see. Let's go with this deck. What do you got, Debbie?
I'm still trying.
Yeah.
Trying to get back to the. I'm sorry, guys. I need more coffee. Yeah, can you send that over?
Sure, I'll get right on that. Dwight was telling me that they called to ask him to go to the dentist, so he's headed down your way. I should have sent him.
Oh, you should have sent him with your books of.
Hey, sorry guys, give us a minute. I'm going out with the grandbaby today because the daughter needs clothes.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe I could drop those books off.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And then you can peek in the, you know.
All right.
Okay, we'll get serious now.
I'm getting pictures of them. Yeah, like just really busy and doing their own thing. And so, but the question is there a past life connection here? And that's kind of what I wanted to look at. And I see that, yes, there is a past life connection here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And here, I'll turn on the camera here so you can see the cards as well. All right.
Let's stand up.
I can hear you on you.
Turn one into
That's two. Did you figure it out?
It's not me.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll turn that off.
I was just pushing my light down. See, this is why I don't wear my glasses, because there's so many lights in here.
Okay, sorry about. Oh, I see. I didn't have that mic muted. Sorry about that, guys, if it was freaking you out. Okay, so Teresa, yes, I do see that there's a past life connection here. And we have the 9 of Hearts here, which is the 9 of Cups. We have the 6 of Diamonds here, which is the 6 of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Hearts, which is the King of Cups. So in the past life, I see that there was a beautiful connection actually here with, you know, the 9 of Cups here, bringing in that just fullness and happy and real secure there. And the 6 of Pentacles, that kind of interaction of, you had some real, it was secure, give and take security there. And with the King of Hearts coming in there, you know, there was a fullness of love and deep connection. So I'm not getting any, but let's check it further. But this is saying, yes, there was a past life connection. Let's find out about that past life connection. How's that? So we'll pull some cards on that.
And while you're pulling, Greeter, what I got was that, you know, it didn't really have anything to do. This is kind of like, here's your thing for today. But I pulled from the relationship deck. But it was like, make sure that you're giving and receiving. And so remember, this is the card that basically means that those of us who are empaths, we like to give, and then we don't like to receive. So they're saying, remember that everything is energy. And so give and take, give and take. Lots of success and growth coming your way. If I had to pick and say, you know, your question was ultimately, can I trust them? There's nothing bad in these 4 cards that I picked. You know, it's kind of like take the lead. And as soon as I saw this, it was like, you know, you might be the one that puts the olive branch out. If they don't take it, that's on them, you know? And so, but this is kind of like teaching and kind of putting yourself out there to kind of go, okay, here we go. This is, you know, this is kind of like my olive branch. If you want to take it, take it. If you don't, then, but I don't see that they are a problem or you should be worried about it. I don't get that feeling at all.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what I'm seeing here, there is some karma stuff coming in here with the Wheel of Fortune right here in the middle. It's, you know, crossing with the 8 of Wands. So I'll turn that around so you can see that. But the 8 of Wands is, you know, a lot of messages coming in, a lot of messages, a lot of communications stuff. And it's crossed with the Wheel of Fortune. So there is some karma there coming in. But we have, it's surrounded with the 9 of Pentacles. and the Page of Cups. So it's not bad. It's not all bad, but there is some message that there is some stuff that needs to be worked on in this lifetime. There is some karma that needs to be worked out here, but it's not like horrible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's not anything to give us any reason for like, whoa, stay away.
Right. No.
It's just you're, they show me like you're on this sidewalk and they're on this sidewalk. And just because you have different beliefs are different, it's not so far fetched. It's just their perception is their reality. That's what they're saying. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Thank you for the question.
So those of you that just came in, feel free. It's easier if you type a Q and then your question. We have 2 people keeping track, which is awesome. And thank you guys for doing that. You don't have to write it twice because they will get it. Thank you, Positive, and thank you, Greeter. The next one was Swati. And I'm going to mess that name up. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I'm going to say S. His name S, or this name S. So she wanted to know, or he or she wanted to know.
We got it.
Yeah, there we go.
What is so
Hibes?
Yeah, Sohibes. Yeah, Sohibes. It sounds like Sohibes. I mean, it looks like Sohibes. Feeling for me and his next action towards me.
Swati, what they're telling me is, and this is really weird because I've never seen this, and those of you that I'll explain again, it's just really, I look off to the side because they show me like pictures, but they're literally showing me like you should just sit back, you should put your legs up, kick back, do nothing, because I get the feeling that if you sit back and do nothing, they show me the fox card, and that to me, that fox is like, pay attention, look. But they show me that you're going to see exactly how things will play out if you just sit back and watch, and then you can go, oh, okay, you're going to see it from a different perspective. But they're saying that really you should do nothing right now. So,
and I was given the vision of, seeing him sitting there with a book, and he's, getting information from this book, and all of a sudden he looks over and he's like, oh, yeah, like looking at you like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is good, or something. I mean, that's kind of what I was feeling from the vision, but we'll see. Let us take a look at that.
I'm going to go with this one. I've never seen this sign before, so I honestly don't know how to take it. I watched somebody like change their clothes, and I got the feeling that how I was, or it's like I watched somebody completely change their whole style of clothing, I could say. So
it's almost like a full-on 180 switch, right?
Yes. It's like, and I've never seen that before. So it would be like I watched somebody wearing their cultural dress, and then they turn around and put on a business suit and a tie. And it's just very, I don't know how to, it's like Debbie said, 180. It's like they switch completely around and start. So
that kind of reminds me of what, with the book that I was seeing too. It's like, whoa, okay. And then really with that insight, new wisdom. Totally 180.
Totally.
Anyway, I also pulled in the 11, the strength, my favorite. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence. So bringing in that divine timing, that divine strength, that divine knowledge of how to move forward with, within yourself. Like, how do you want to be? I mean, how do you want to? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, and I think that goes with what I said at the beginning. It's like you really need to sit back and just watch, because you may have some new information about things and your perception may change a little bit, your perception. So that's why they're asking you, just sit back and be patient, just watch, because you're going to see something new. You're going to find something new. And what I always say is manifest, 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 not so much for the person, but manifest the type of soul that you want to bring into your life. And they're telling me that somebody else asked the question that's coming. And so I'm just going to say this, and for those of you that have been following, you've heard me talk about this: 3 pieces of paper, write down what you don't want, change all of those don't wants into positive statements. I want someone who's responsible with alcohol. I want someone who is financially stable. I want someone who's mentally secure. And then when you have these, then the other part is, who are you going to be when you have this beautiful, wonderful relationship that you've been wanting so much in your life? So you're not going, he has to be tall, he has to be blonde, he has to be black hair, he has to be this much. We're not looking at the outsides. We're looking at the soul. But they're saying that there's a couple of people here that need to hear that. So start manifesting the person that you want in your life. And then, so it doesn't hurt you, Swati, to go ahead and write those down and to figure out, because if he isn't the one, then you're calling the one that is meant to be close to you into your life. But for you, I see there's something new around money. There's something new around money. Okay. That stork is new. Then there's money. This is you. Where are you? That's you. That's in time. When you see the moon, for me, it always means time. It's going to take a little bit of time, and you're going to get love and romance. You're going to get exactly what you need. But I want to focus on this one, which it's going to take a little time. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be like that. So, but definitely that's awesome. You got new money coming in.
That is awesome. Okay, let's take a look at the cards I have for you, Swati. Okay, so the overall energy is this strength coming in, and I really believe this is for you. Like, Spirit is coming in with that divine strength and divine knowledge, divine healing in yourself, and bringing in that self-confidence. It's like wanting you to know you and your full strength. Okay, and starting here, we have the 7 of Pentacles, and that's really, the question I was putting out there was your question, so he have feelings for you, and what is his actions toward you? But I really feel like part of this message is for you, in that with the 7 of Pentacles there, it's really taking that time to invest in yourself. And basically that garden of you, and taking that time to invest in you. Okay. In the middle, we have the 7 of Wands, which, really staying on top of your game. And in your strength, standing in your strength and staying on top of your game there. It's crossed with the 6 of Pentacles. And so that's bringing in security for you. And so that kind of goes back to Karen's, and it takes us back to a whole nother question. I know that wasn't your question, but it's about your work or your job or whatever. So really refocusing your energy towards something different. You know what I mean? Not on this love question, but on your work.
Yeah.
Never had this happen. You know, usually we get the question. You know what I mean? Like we get the answer for your question, but they're really like saying, okay, let's take a different look, and maybe that's where that 180 is coming in. I don't know. And then I come in with the let's see, it's too light. Let's see if we can get it here. The 7 of Cups, and that's saying there's another choice for you. It's almost like don't even think of Sohib. Think of you have other options to look at now. You need to put your energies towards something else. You know, look towards yourself, your job, and this other opportunity is out there. This other love choice is going to be out there. So
yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting, but very hopeful as well at the same time. So
sorry, someone's on my Facebook asking for where are we, so I'm trying to
okay,
get it to that person.
Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to pull another card for you. Get a little more information about this new direction that Spirit's asking you to kind of do a 180.
Yeah, and I would agree with you, Debbie. It's like we've never had that before. I mean, in all instances, they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about money. They want to talk about these new things. They want to talk, you know, to turn around and look at somewhere else. That's why I say just relax with this. See what you're going to get your own answer. You know, they just keep telling me you're going to find your own answer with this. And I would ask, I would say, you know, ask Spirit to show you when you get your message, ask Spirit to show you what exactly is the lesson in all that. Does that make sense? So,
and the 2 cards that jumped out of the deck when I was shuffling for you is balance. Well, it came in this order. It talked about loneliness, and it's saying, I know that I'm never alone. Know that you're not alone. And we get into these spaces in our heart and mind when we are not partnered with someone, and it just feels so lonely. And and it feels like we are completely alone. But Spirit is saying, you are not alone. And to really say, I know that I'm not alone, you know, keep saying that, okay? And that there's something new coming in, okay? And balance. And this is a beautiful message within the entire message. And it's coming into that perfect balance inside yourself, mind, body, and spirit. And when that takes place, that's when the windows open for that new choice, that 7 of Cups we got for you. Okay.
Yeah.
For that new love that's a perfect balance for you, for who you are, right? You don't want to partner up with someone who is going to keep you off balance and not be on that same vibrational level as you, because they will bring you down, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, so that is what is happening. It's becoming right now. So, blessings to you, Swati. And thank you for the question.
Hi, Herc. Hello, Jessica. Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Ellen. Hi, Andrea. Jessica.
Guys, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, Debbie's channel, and Goth's channel, please. Really helps us out.
And thumbs up too. That's awesome. For those of you coming on, it got switched over to my channel this morning because Goth's channel, I mean, not her channel, her power's out this morning. So that was disappointing. But if her power comes on, we may all just kind of switch over her channel, okay? So, because it's her day to be on her channel. But since we're not on her channel, we can still go in. If you're not subscriber to her channel, please subscribe and support her, please. And Veronica, hello. Hugging. Hugging you back. Okay, now we are going to the next question. Who's after Swati? We have, do you see who was after Swati?
I had, at that point, I was keeping track, and it was Tony.
Tony, okay.
Tony wanted to know about relationship and what's this person look like. And then Spirit goes, you already kind of answered that, but I want to give it to you again, Tony.
Is this Tony's question, or did she have a different one besides?
No, that's it. That's it.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
They're saying they really want you. And Tony, if you're still here, if you can answer yes or no. And then, because I'm hearing they really do want you to start manifesting what do you really want? And they're saying, be very honest. They open this catalog and they're like, there's enough for everybody. And we're in this kind of thing and believing that there's not, but you can have whatever you want out of this person. So really describe the beautiful soul that you need him to be, because it will be really awesome. So.
Well, Tony, I do see you in a beautiful wedding dress. So
yeah,
holding flowers and all that. So I do feel that of course that is in your future. But generally Spirit has a deeper message for you. And Karen started that with kind of like, what are you putting out to the universe? What are you asking for? What is your dream? What is, what do you want this connection to look like? Right. So let's take a look at a deeper message for you in this question.
Okay, we're going to go with this one. So this is kind of off the subject, Tony, but they're actually showing me they want you. I don't know what situation's going on with work. I don't know if there's a change or you want to change. But they're showing me that work might change soon. And they go like this, which when they go like this means that it's a possibility of you could either have a promotion within your thing, what do you call it, within your company, or you could go somewhere else and then have an up promotion. But they're saying they want you to manifest about that too, about your job, about all of these things coming in. They really want you to kind of, it's almost like you get a blank book. And so they're like, you need to manifest the whole thing. Start manifesting. What do you want different in your life? What do you want? Because they're saying they're changing things up for you. And it's a really cool place to be when they change things up for you like that. So just start manifesting all the way around. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Let's take a look at these cards that came in for you. The first one that came in is the Ace of Michael. Okay. And, that's bringing in, that's opening up and bringing in, you're seeking this relationship and whatnot. And this is bringing in new truth and new understanding, a deeper truth, a deeper understanding and of yourself and kind of what you desire, right? Okay. And really communicating that. It's bringing us back to that communication piece that Karen is talking about. And so that's super important because Spirit wants to give you what you want, but we just need to be clear, because if you say, I want this certain thing, and it's not, they're going to give you that, but if you weren't exactly clear, it might be. I don't have the picture. Do you know what I'm saying, Karen?
Yeah, it's like I always say, so the picture that they show me is, if you want yellow and blue make green, right? Yellow and blue make green. So they're saying you want to be very particular about saying, I want a blue car with yellow interior and blah, blah, blah. Because if you're not particular, you'll get a green car and you're like, well, damn, I didn't want this. I wanted a blue car with yellow interior. So they're saying be very strategic about what you want.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm going to run up and get my allergy pills. I totally forgot about taking them this morning.
Yeah, allergies are bad right now. Okay, so let's move on with the cards here. There is someone coming in for you. You have the Page of Wands here. So this is saying there is someone coming in for you. And creative, passionate, loving, kind, doesn't mind, getting in there, doing the work and that kind of thing, doesn't shy away from that kind of stuff. So willing to do life with you. All right. Here we have in the middle, the Page of Cups. So this combination, that's why I said, very loving, has a good handle on emotions and knows how to love and give it. Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles here is, I feel like this is you bringing in that you're going to feel very secure in this relationship that's coming. You're going to feel whole and secure, and it's going to give you that opportunity, that space to be you and be really walking fully who you are with that Queen of Pentacles coming in here. And then the action card here with the Nine of Pentacles is talking about, again, taking us back to the beginning of this reading, and that's doing the harvest time, creating that list of what you want and putting that out. So when you create that really good harvest, like shown in the Nine of Pentacles here, you reap what you sow, right? So you're reaping, you're putting the time in now, and it's going to reap what you sow. So it'll bring in the desire of this type of love in your life, right? Okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. So I'm excited for you. So I picked out five of the relationship deck, Tony, and I thought this was really awesome because it really backs up what we were saying. This is really seek the truth. What do you want out of this person? What do you, and don't feel bad about sitting there saying, I want someone that has money. I want someone who's financially stable. Don't feel bad about it. They're saying that share the love, okay, because you have a lot of love to give. Okay, so share the love. Embrace, because there's a lot of wonderful things going on. And then dreams get to come true. Okay, so your dreams are going to come true. And, I always say fake it till you make it. So believe and succeed. So, one of the things that my guides show me is don't fly fish. And with fly fishing that's my sign for, I throw the rod out there and I'm like, God, I really want this man, or I really want this in my life, but maybe I don't, because then I have to deal with someone in my life and I have to do this. So they're saying, just throw it out there and just let it go.
Awesome. And I decided to pull 3 more cards. I felt like I was supposed to draw 3 more cards for you, Tony. And we have, don't let this take too much from you. Don't let it eat at you. Okay. Don't let it overwhelm the ideas, of getting married or finding that love or, you know, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Don't let it take away from you living today, living now, right? And know that it's coming. You have the clover here. This represents, don't worry, it's coming in. Something new and beautiful is coming in for you, okay? So don't worry about it. Don't let it steal from you. This new thing is coming in.
And one of the things, Tony, and everybody out there that we forget about manifesting is really about going over there and saying, okay, I'm really happy where I'm at, you know, and even if you're not, you need to say, I'm not happy right now, but when things get better, it's going to look like this. Because think about relationships when you really wanted someone in your life. You were like, God, I'm not happy here. I just don't want this. I can't have this. And you're, you know, saying all these really negative things about your space. Well, spirit, God, whoever your belief system is, doesn't know the word don't. They're just going to give you more of what you put out there. Mm-hmm. So that is why, you know, people keep repeating the same negative patterns, the same negative things, because that's all they keep putting out. Mm-hmm. So that's why Debbie's saying, Tony, is stay really, you know, really positive about the space that you're in now, so it'll come out better.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony. All right.
I think I got Gma. Oh, thank you, positive. Yeah, Gma, but I don't know what the question was.
Okay, I'll look up here for Gma's question. Okay, it's too far back. I can't get to it. So, Gma, if you could enter in your question again so I can put it up on the screen so we can see it. Appreciate that.
Oh, wait, they're giving me Gma's question. I remember this. Gma's question is about Afghanistan. And I remember the word November 11th, I want to say. Is that right, Gma? So she's got an son-in-law who has to go to Afghanistan. There you go. Afghanistan, but needs some papers that need to come in. He needs to be there by 11th. Thing that's cleared.
Thank you, Positive Life. You are a rock star.
Yes, thank you.
June 11th. Okay.
And, you know, I keep picking up on that, Gmail, that this is almost going to be, so when I ask, I get the teeter-totter. So the teeter-totter is my sign for it could not. But then I really feel like if it doesn't, this is truly a blessing in disguise. Like something, there's a reason why that this won't happen. Well, I shouldn't say won't happen, because they quickly gave me the teeter-totter again. So if it does not happen, this could be a blessing. So don't look at it like it's so negative. Does that make sense?
I mean, I'm seeing him in Afghanistan. So I keep getting little clips of him actually there, but I don't know if it's by June 11th. So that's what I'm gonna check on.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I mean, I see him there, but I don't know if it's June 11th, you know, and it'll be like I said, it'll be like kind of like a blessing.
Yeah,
and then,
so I'm getting, let's take a look at this real quick. We'll talk through these cards together.
Okay.
So I'm getting that you have the 5 of Swords here, and that's, you know, a little bit of a battle there, or kind of trying to get away with something, or what. Anyways, I'm getting a yes, but there's a issue here. There's going to be a little bit of issue, but you know, you have the Knight of Cups here, and the 7 of Cups here, and but by June 11th, I'm not sure, but he is going, but there's purpose in here. There's with these cups coming in here. There's a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason. So, and it's really odd. Do they have kids? Because I see another kid. They just keep showing me a kid. Do they have kids? Could they have another kid, I should say? So the cards that I picked, I really wanted to focus on the daughter or the wife or whoever that is. So the female, okay. There's the male. So it's the female and the male were whoops, I always get it backwards. The female and the male were together. Oh, this way. And then this is money. So there's new money for them. There's new money coming for them. And they're having some conversations about money. So this really all just stems, they're really kind of stressed out about this. I don't know if he's a contractor, but they're saying, they're kind of really stressing out. I mean, both of them are like, I really need to get this. I really need to, like, there's this urgency behind it. And then all of a sudden for me, a kid pops in. So I'm not sure if they're able to go, if they're able to have children but there's a kid keeps popping in for some reason.
Oh yeah. They do have children.
Okay.
I don't mean to pop in, but
No, go ahead.
I am getting that he's going to get it done. They're working on it.
They're working on it.
There's some issues, but they're working on it. But I got the writer here, and so moving forward, and you have the dog here. So, this is it's coming together. And I even did the pendulum to back it up, and it was a definite yes that he's going to get it by June 11th. So
he's going. It's just, I mean, literally. So the sign that I get is the skin, like skin in between the teeth, which is like by the skin of the teeth, he will get it.
Yeah.
So everybody involved, your son, your daughter, or your son-in-law and your daughter, they really need to be manifesting and thinking this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, because they've put a lot of negative out there. So they need to start thinking that, yeah, it's going to happen.
Awesome. We will be praying and lifting your son-in-law up and continually having him in our hearts as he serves the country.
Yes.
Okay, so we are moving on. Jima, who's next? I think it was positively, maybe.
I had positively Dawn is what I had.
Yeah.
But ladies, who do we have?
And if you could repost the question, it would be easier for me. Question today is my thank you.
Oh, today's happy birthday.
That's the birthday girl. Thank you, Positive for Life. It's just so helpful. So you're next, Positive for Life. Okay. After we do birthday girl.
This is with money. Woohoo! More money.
Money.
Money. So one of the things that I get is positive, and this is, remember that it could be anybody's belief system, take it or leave it. I was always raised to believe that 40 days before your birthday, it's when really tough things happen. And so immediately they gave me 40 days in my head. So there's a lot of soul searching because they give me the cross. So there's a lot of soul searching and a lot of changing, and they kind of make my heart a little heavy. And so remember to stay positive and stay in love, in that space of love. So that's what I got there. But there's something about, you, and there's going to be some decision making. Okay. And then they're asking you, so it can mean that, the two-parter, it's like you're really having to look at certain relationships, and they're saying you could be stepping through this cycle. You could, what are you? Oh, shuffling. What are you doing over there? So they're saying you could be walking into this cycle because they show you at the beginning of a door. So keep in mind that, you may be asked to look at codependent relationships and just where your thought process is with that. And they're saying, if you are getting ready to step through this, or if you have been doing this, keep in mind that you have to have good boundaries. It's like they almost, I don't know who, and they're saying there's somebody else out there that needs this information too. But it's like, all of a sudden I just see the ship sinking and someone's holding on to it in the water, like trying to hold it up. That ship, man, that let that shit go. Don't, for some reason, just go. Don't go down with the ship is what I keep hearing. But there's going to be the house for some reason. So there's the house and new money coming in. So yay, new money. Debbie, you ready?
Yeah, almost. I decided to do a little bit of, it's a birthday. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so because you have that shift in that, that card that came out, well, in my head, they were showing me that card that is about sorting through stuff, looking through, they keep giving me my sign. It's like love at 15. 16 looks a lot different than 50. So you're really being asked to really process through a lot of your life. And I think we do that throughout our lives. There's times in our lives where we really start processing about what really makes us happy and what we really, really, truly want. And we all have the potential. My belief system is we all have the potential to manifest things. It just depends on how you're doing it. So, really look up, they're saying Esther Hicks and Abraham, for those of you who don't know how to manifest, because that's a really good thing. And then Debbie, if you're ready, I want to get these.
I just got the cards out. Let's turn this on so we can talk through what's going on here. Okay. First off, the card, the overall energy is the Queen of Ariel. Beautiful card. And it's bringing in, it kind of talks about who you are and what you bring in. So, because we're celebrating you, Spirit and all your loved ones and everybody, they're all celebrating you today too. And, they say you bring in a very mature, practical, generous, you bring in joy. People around you like to be around you. You're just you make people feel like, I just saw a picture you dropping, but you make people feel like they're your best friend. Everybody feels like they're your best friend. You make everybody feel special and loved and seen. And so when they're with you, they just feel like they're the most important. And so that's a really amazing gift to have as a human. And so that's beautiful. So let's take a look at. See if I can get it all in here for you to see. I have them separated. They're really linked, but let's talk this through. So the Two of Cups coming in with the anchor here really talks about, I feel like this has to do with a relationship that really keeps you grounded and anchors. It's an anchor to you. And Spirit is recognizing that with you, that whoever this person is, whether it's a friend or a relationship or whatever, that's a gift. And I feel like it crosses over in time. Like this person has been in your life in a different lifetime, and it's really purposed and beautiful. And really continues to breathe life into you.
Mm-hmm.
Really brings that anchor in. Next we have here, we're moving into the money stuff, the Eight of Pentacles and the Whip here. So you've been working hard, you know, creating something, building something up, hoping that it's going to take flight. And you're to the point where it's like it's all in place and it's ready to take that flight because you've whipped it all up into place. You've worked it, right? But you're feeling a little stuck. The middle energy here is
So with the feeling a little stuck, this one is like you're huh? I don't know why you're going in and out like that, but you know, the directions, it's like you're feeling a little stuck and you're looking and you're swirling. But that's a really good thing.
Did you bump something over there?
No.
It's on my side?
Yeah, it's like you keep going in and then you keep coming out. But
that was not me. That's so weird. Okay.
It's the energy, I'm telling you, dude.
Weird, guys. Weird. Sorry about that. We did nothing. That's so crazy. Yeah. Anyways, so the middle energy here is, I feel like it's really talking about how you may be feeling, yeah, like stuck. And okay, what direction do I go now? Is this going to happen like that? So Spirit wanted to recognize that they see where you're at. But there is a direction for you. You just kind of have to reach up, take that blindfold off. There you go. See,
so, this is the, you know, they wanted you to know that it really, this is such a, I don't like this card because it doesn't represent its strength. And so it's all within you. So there is a direction, like Debbie said, it is there, but you just got to be kind of patient. You know, this guy's looking out somewhere else when really you've got it. You've got the potential. You just got to slow down, they say.
Awesome. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And talking about slowing down is that you have the High Priestess here. With the mouse over top of that. And because of this energy here in the middle, it's kind of taken away from you. And it's kind of keeping, it's like there's some things hidden, little things that are hidden that need to be surfaced. Okay. So that may help. So this is kind of direction. This is kind of what's challenging you. And there's some things that are hidden, not many things, but there's some stuff hidden that needs to come to surface. So it's kind of like doing that time inward work this year to bring those things to surface so you can fully, you know, move in who you are as that High Priestess. Okay.
Debbie, I want to back you up here.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's rebuilding. That's what Debbie's talking about. Rebuilding, changing things. You know, I've got like 7 cards up here just waiting. So I figured I'd just pull them out when you say it, but that's rebuilding yourself.
Yeah. Perfect. I mean, that's awesome. And then like the action card, you have the 6 of Pentacles and the clover. And the clover is always great. And that just means security and, you know, you have luck is on your side. Divine timing is on your side. It's all there. Beautiful gift. And with the 6 of Pentacles, it's all going to come into balance for you. Your finances, your heart, mind, and soul and finances, all going to come into balance. And it all comes back to this 2 of Pentacles and the anchor. Okay. And that's just coming back into balance and anchoring in. It's going to be a good year for you. I see.
Yeah. So the cards that I had was, I find it great when these two come together. Hi, Luna. That's my cat, guys. I'm telling you. So, you know, giving and receiving is really about making sure that, you know, you're having that energy exchange, that you're exchanging, making sure that you're giving and receiving. Throat chakra, you know, positive. When I get this, it basically means that making sure that you're speaking your truth, whatever it is. You got to find some balance. Okay. Can't be doing it all. And then, of course, rebuild, which we already talked about. The other cards that I got was there's lots of support. And Debbie kind of said this already. There's lots of support out there for you. It's about calling in your spiritual guide, you know, just have them come in and have fun. That is really, really important right now, is have fun, because they just show, you know, it was like watching a foundation of a house, but then for some reason, all of it got knocked down and pushed away. And now you're going, wait a second, I don't want the garage there. I want it over here. So that's my sign for just kind of rebuilding things at your terms and your way that you want it. For whatever reason, the last card I got was study. So if you're thinking about picking up something new, if you're thinking about getting something, now is the time, okay? And it could be anything from something artsy fartsy all the way to a whole career change. So whatever you want to do, all right? So yay, pretty awesome.
That is beautiful. I'm going to pull one more card for you, and then we will move on to Positive for Life. That's funny. Seek an expert. So it goes with that study card.
Yeah.
Interesting. So seeking that expert. So if you're stuck, okay, so going back to that Eight of Swords and, you know, feeling stuck, talk to people who have been there, done that ahead of you. So if there's questions you have and you want to, don't let it eat away at you and eat away at who you are and your truth and where you're going. Seek an expert. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So that was the last message coming in for you. That's funny. Go ahead, and they're giving you permission. Seek that expert. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Hope you have a nice, awesome day.
So the next question we have here.
That's where I stopped writing. So
positive is next. Everything you're saying.
Well, thank you positively, Dawn.
Spiritual awakening. Okay, that makes sense with the high priestess.
Yeah. And I would just say, take your time, you know, go through, I'm all about free information. So Google, as far as your spirituality is concerned, Google a subject that you're interested in and just kind of go see where it takes you. And I would ask that you be really cognizant about your feeling inside your gut. If you feel like this is something that resonates with you, take it and put it on your, I always say your toolbox, you know, put it in your toolbox. If it's something where you're like, damn, I don't know if I believe in that, you know, then you leave that out. You know, understand that everybody has their own path. Everybody has the way. So just because somebody, they're saying, Debbie, when she said, find that person that, you know, I started with Lee Harris this year, Lee Harris Energy. He has some cheap little classes, so start there. And they're also saying do some automatic writing, just kind of have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because you'll find it. They literally show me you tripping over. Like I did not know that I could scry, because that's what it's called, until I was doing a really big major fair and too many people were passing by. So I started looking down at the floor, and that's when all the pictures started coming. So they're saying you'll find it like that. So just have fun. Okay, positive for life. My family is just too much. I want to start business and I need a place. Thank you. Okay.
I need peace. I need peace.
I need some peace too.
Thank you. Okay. Will everything work out? Okay. Okay.
So there's a lot of transitions going for you positive. So this deck right here that I use, that's the one that it's all about transitions. So, and they're saying that you really need to make sure that you're manifesting this in a really positive place. It's like they keep showing me that, like, you just keep having one more rock placed on your shoulder and one more rock placed on your shoulder, and it just keeps getting heavier and heavier. So you've got to kind of, I hate to say it, but you got to kind of fake it till you make it and be like, okay, everything's going to work out. It might be tough now, but it's going to work out, and it's going to look good. And when it looks good, it's going to look like this. I'm going to have a house. I'm going to have this space, because I see it. I mean, I do see you having, I don't know if you're planning on having a house with the business inside your home. It's almost like set up like a healing center almost. That's how they're showing it to me. So.
So I'm still throwing cards. Sorry, I'm visualizing. I saw you in putting boxes in the back of a truck, kind of preparing to move, preparing for your journey. This is preparing, and you're starting to separate things out and box them up, and you're putting them in the truck to move forward. So like a metaphor. It's a time of preparation for that journey forward and moving on. And that's kind of what I was seeing.
Oh, cool. So the three cards that I picked, because it was a transition one, like I discussed, was integration. And integration is about just kind of knowing that you have all the potential of doing these things. You have all the tools, all the resource. It's just a matter of putting the pieces together. And so that puzzle that they're saying. And so you just got to look at things like innocence right now and just kind of look at it as a different way. And expansion is all about, it is going to happen. They're just kind of going, you can't pop out a kid in, a few hours. So be gentle with it. It is going to happen. Have some, immediately they show me the phases of the moon, just have some, they say, breathe. It's going to be okay. Because you keep putting that negative out there, and it's really, that's not a good space to be in.
Yep. All right, let's take a look at these cards. You ready for me, Karen?
Yep.
All right, so the first card that came in is the Five of Michael. And it goes back to what Karen was just saying, although I did pick this card along. It froze. Interesting.
I'm telling you, the energy is so weird.
It's crazy today. Anyways, they can see the cards. It doesn't matter. Although that screen is frozen. That's so hilarious. Okay, so so the Five of Michael is just bringing in, kind of letting go of the outcome and really focusing on the positive aspects of your life. And, releasing that attachment to the outcome. I keep getting that. So focusing on the now. And again, I go back to being shown the box, prepare that preparation, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, don't focus on the outcome, focus on the now, and boxing and preparing that way. And so on the Three of Cups that I guess you can see it even though my screen is frozen, that's bringing in celebration and uniting with those of like-minded and coming in with that celebration. And so, and then you have the 10 of Pentacles here with the 6 of Pentacles. So going back to what Karen was saying, you have it all. It's all there. You're all put together there financially, and with the Six of Pentacles, you're in a real good, secure place. And the action card here, though, you know, I just don't see anything negative here at all. It's just so funny. But the action card with the Four of Pentacles, it's kind of like, okay, it's really not time for you to be. It's time to save your money, basically. Watch what's going in, watch what's going out, take inventory. So it's almost like preparing for your move. So if you move, you need first and last month's rent. If you're going to be renting, you know what I mean? So you have to be prepared that way. And so they said kind of, you know, take some inventory of what you have and how it will work out for you. But it looks like you're going to be okay either way. And
so Debbie, I want to jump in really quick. When you had said, and I don't, literally, they kind of shut my brain down for a minute because of the box. So you had said something about the box and kind of slowing down, because literally what I saw was you running with this box with all your crap in it, and stuff is just flying out the box.
No.
So we got to slow down, which is kind of cool because I picked the stress card. I mean, here you are. This is you. You know, you're, got the candles swinging, you're blowing the horn, and you got this stress, this little monkey that's going to pop this. So it's really time to like slow down, have some patience with this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like Debbie said, this is kind of like the experience. We got to kind of get it all. We got to look at everything. We've got to start, kind of following this path. They just show me you slowing down to follow the path.
Yeah. This also could be a lot about slowing the roll, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well, and when you get the ordinariness card, you kind of, it's about slowing down. It's about slowing down, take your time, just relax, look at the pebbles, just kind of, just take your time.
Yeah. Okay. And the two last cards, and my screen's still not working on the phone, so I will hold them up. The two last cards coming in for you is acceptance and balance. Okay. So really kind of, again, it's kind of the same message coming through for you is, accepting where you're at. It's kind of like, I know, but it's the energy here is hard and it's too loud for me and I just need some peace. But it's kind of the acceptance coming in. Okay. You can't change that right now. So kind of accept things as they are. Go to kind of come from a higher perspective, overlooking it and understanding that this is going to change. I will be able to be moving out and doing your thing. It is coming. So if you can try to get to that space of that higher perspective and knowledge, that balance will come in for you. The mind, body, spirit balance. And that will bring you into that harmony with you and your world. And it's a beautiful place to come from. And all of a sudden, that static, that noise quiets. And you're able to lead with love from that beautiful, balanced place in everything you do. And so without that judgment, without that anger, without that irritation, everybody, hitting those nerves in you, it's kind of like just kind of taking that step back and being able to come from that different space. It's going to change your world. It's going to really bring that balance in for you. So
the last cards that I got was, it's very important for you to stay in your power. And for, they're giving me, I forgot her name, Clarissa, what's her name? Carissa from the other night.
Oh, Carissa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're giving me her name and what she said, that we're in this energy of, you know, they just keep saying this divine feminine energy, and, you know, they just want to keep doing that. So just understand, like we said before, nothing's going to happen before it's ready. Just take your time, keep your eye on the prize, pay attention to your dreams. Everything's going to work out. And it's just, you know, I'm excited for you. I mean, I really do see that dream that you have. I mean, whatever your business is, because my guides are going to give it to me the way that I see pictures and the way that it translates in my head. But I just see this house with this business, and, you know, manifest that money, put it on a vision board, put everything that you want on a vision board. Put money, and just remember, you know, money is going to be fine. My business is going to be fine. It's going to be rocking. And I really see it really panning out. So it's going to be awesome.
Well, that's a good message for all of us.
Yeah.
You guys, we all need to be doing vision boards right now.
Yeah.
I believe that. And like she said, put up there what you want to manifest, what you see for yourself, what you see in your vortex of your life, you know. We need to be doing vision boards.
Yeah. So on your vision boards, you know, remember, so what they give me, so immediately what I see on this side is that it is my sign is a drive-through restaurant, or a drive-through fast food restaurant. And so what they're saying is, you know, when you write your vision board, you have to be very, very, and sorry, my guides are kind of, you know, forward, but they're saying you have to grab your balls and you have to really write down what you want, because you don't go through the drive-through and go, hey, give me whatever you want. You know, I'll take whatever. So why would you do that? Why do you put that for spirit or for God or for whatever? You're like asking, give me whatever you think is best. You know, no, write it down. I want someone in my life who's going to love and respect me. I want someone in my life who, you know, whatever you want. And as far as if some of you are looking for new houses, because they show me somebody, not only you positive, but there's someone else out there that's looking for something to do with an apartment. But it's like, you've got to put it out there, and you've got to say what it is exactly that you want, and trust that spirit or God is going to bring it to you. And look at it every day and say, man, isn't it going to be wonderful when I have that house with the pool and the lanai, and it's got a place for the sailboat? Isn't that going to be so awesome? And then do that for just a little while, and then toss it out to spirit, and then put that paper away and put it, you know, just know that they've got your back and they're going to help you get whatever you want. But if you keep those of you that manifest by default and say, why can't I find someone who's going to love me like I need? Why can't this come to my, you know, why can't this, why can't that? That's when the problem starts. And that's where we get kind of stuck. So I kind of have a, you know, y'all know me. I love manifesting and talking about manifesting.
Because we need to be doing it.
Yeah.
We need to be doing it.
Especially at this time. And those of you that are being asked spiritually, that are starting to see things, feel things, got some of these cards mixed up, see things and feel things, just understand the energy is shifting and changing. And so once again, they immediately show me I love that lavender single as a Pringle. You made me laugh a while ago when that came up. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I love to. Anyways, lavender, just for you, I'm putting my lavender background on. All right.
Woohoo! That's my favorite.
All right. Single as a Pringle.
Single as a Pringle. I cracked up on that one. This is yours, may know the personality of the man. And lavender, this is kind of like what we're talking about. And I'm not sure if did you hear me talk about the 3 pieces of paper? Can you say yes or no to that? And it takes a little bit for it to come up. I talked about 3 pieces of paper and manifesting.
No, she didn't.
Okay. So this is really huge. And I apologize to you guys that have to hear it again, but also understand that you are more than welcome to pass along this information. So Lavender, let's pretend like you have been in relationships previously, and you're like, well, they're saying no, they want to switch it up for you. They want you to think about someone in your lives, because everybody has this person who is like, why can't I find somebody? Why am I attracted to these jerks? Why does all of this keep happening? And it is because Spirit, God, whoever you want to say, does not understand the word don't. They only understand the energy. So when I put out, I don't want someone who beats my ass. I don't want someone who's an alcoholic. I don't want to take care of someone. I don't want to. Spirit goes, oh, she wants the alcoholic that beats her ass and someone to take care of her, or, you know, someone that she has to take care of. So we have to write things down. And what the 3 pieces of paper means is, your first one, you write what you don't want. I don't want an alcoholic. I don't want a drug addict. I don't want someone who's poor. You have to be very honest about what you want. And that's where I was speaking not too long ago about the drive-through restaurant. So what you want to do is you write your don'ts. You change all of those don'ts into positive. I want someone who's responsible with alcohol. I want someone who's responsible with drugs. I want someone who's financially and mentally stable. You throw your first piece of paper away. Your third piece of paper is you're going to write down, who do you want to be when you find this perfect person in your life? You know, I wrote down that I wanted somebody, you know, I know that this works because I've done it, you know, and so there's, okay. So they're saying that it's very important. So I don't want you to look at the body of the person. I just want you to look at what their soul looks like. Okay. What their soul looks like in the aspect of, give me my word. I'm like, give me my word. What the aspect of the soul looks like. Because if you sit there and you manifest some guy who's, you know, got like green eyes and blonde hair, you know, kind of blondish, that might not be the person. And then you would have missed it because you're concentrating on the guy in your head. So don't put it out there. Just look at the soul of the person. Okay. Now, you know, for those of us who are in the spiritual kind of realm, we always say the veil is lifting. And for those of you that just came in, you'll see me looking to the left or to the right. And they're telling me I need to explain because somebody doesn't know what I'm talking about. So the way that my guides work is called scrying. And so they show me pictures. So when I look over to the left, to the right, down, it's because they're showing me that picture. Okay. So anyway, so they're actually saying that you really need to write those letters down. You really need to start manifesting. For all of us, the veil is getting thinner. They're showing me that some of you guys are like staring off into space, and then you see something pass by and you're like, whoa, that was just my imagination. Or the phone rings and you're thinking, oh, that's so-and-so. And so it's just kind of like, you know, it's your spidey senses kicking up. It's your spidey senses that, you know, they're showing you more. So be gentle, and it's going to change. So they just want you to know it is going to change. It is going to be different. So I see that you said, what do you do with the paper when you write it down? So I'm a firm believer in put it on the wall. You know, some people say, put it on a vision board, you know, vision board. Put it on the wall, look at it. Like what I did one time is I put it next to the TV, and I put my, like the TV was here, and I put my paper on the wall. And I was like, man, isn't it going to be great when I have this person in my life that's going to accept me for my gifts? Because it's kind of hard to find someone who doesn't think you're crazy, you know? You know, isn't it going to be great when you have someone who's going to respect you and love you and care about you? And I didn't, never once did I ever fly fish, which is never once did I throw it out there and say, oh, but wait, this person doesn't exist and it's fake. And that never once did I do that. I just knew. And every time I looked at that, I just kept feeling a love in my heart that how beautiful and wonderful it is going to be when I have whatever. I mean, we talk about a lot of relationships, but it could be anything. It could be your business picking up. It could be, you know, understand you can't manifest for anybody else but yourself. I can't manifest for a friend. I can't manifest, you know, so I can manifest. If Debbie and I were manifesting the same thing, then it's both of our energies and it would be stronger. But they're saying, put it on the wall, you know, and write down, you write it down, put it on the wall and love it. Spend time in love. And after a while, whenever you want, a week, 2, you know, put it away, you know, whatever you feel like you need to do. Mine, I literally folded it up. I put it in a little bag with lavender leaves. That's why I laughed at the lavender. Lavender leaves and lavender flowers. And I'm a real big one on rocks and stones. I mean, way to my heart is buy me some rocks. So I put a little bit of stones in there and I just folded it up and I just put it away. And I said, okay, Spirit, God, you got this. This is yours. Bring it to me when this person's ready. And so that's what I would do. So however it works for you. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Sorry, I had to. The lavender's giving me allergies. So.
I'm telling you, it's been raining in Colorado pretty bad, and it is allergy season.
Like bad. Anyway, I want to share with you, Lavender.
I'm going to run to the.
The vision I got is that you know, you have come into this beautiful space of being just really knowing yourself, comfortable with yourself. I didn't get the sense that you were the type of person that needed someone in their life to feel complete and whole. Like, you know, you're good, you know, you enjoy that space of being alone, right? And but of course we all, you know, love and would enjoy that as well. The thing I'm saying is it's really positive that you I felt very positive about where you're at. Allergies, and you are in a really good space to allow this now energy to come in. And so I want to show you the cards that came in for you here. Okay. And we have the, make sure that's all the way down. I don't know why it's doing that right now.
Is it going goofy again?
It's going goofy again. Every time I turn my camera on and it's all on mute, I don't understand. Anyway, let's get back to the cards here. Beautiful cards. So you do have someone coming in here, the King of Wands, and you know, bringing in that that passion. You feel really secure. They are secure in themselves, and they're a joy to be around. Anyways, this energy, the King of Wands. Here you have though the Five of Cups, and so and the Six of Wands. What Spirit's saying here with you is that is finding that victory for you. The Five of Cups is bringing in kind of like you've been kind of, there's a part of you that has been looking to the past, possible losses of love, and you're kind of leery of maybe stepping into a new love. Even though you're in a really good space, you enjoy yourself, you know yourself, and that's a really good place to be if you're going to step into a new relationship, because you know what you want, you know what you don't want, you're not going to take any shit from anyone, and you're presenting everything that you are, and that is golden, and that's perfect. The only thing that kind of bringing in a pause there is holding on to those past hurts and thinking, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to get into all that again.
And that's that. Hey, I just want to jump in right here. That is that whole thing of manifesting by default. So if you have upwards, and they're saying, you know, this is for anybody in here, that, you know, it's a pretty hard thing to forgive something in your past life, past life, but things that have happened to you in the past. Sometimes you just can't, Lavender. So they're saying that in those times, if you can't forgive that hurt, if you can't forgive that pain, it really is just imagine this beautiful, beautiful, sparkling pink light, however you need to see it, shining down on the situation, the person, you, and I'm not saying you have to forgive, because sometimes there are some pains that are unforgivable, but try to shine some pink light on the situation to kind of let that go, because you truly are, like Debbie said, if your brain is sticking there, that's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting someone who's going to come in, hurt you again. And then you're like, see, I told you this. This is why I didn't want to get this. And so they're saying, please don't make that. Please don't make that.
I just got the chilies. So she's right on spot with that, and what Spirit is saying with these cards here, bringing in this message for you, and you need to get victory over that. Okay. And you will get victory over that. And literally, it doesn't take very long. It's just all about closing your eyes, for a moment, and touch in and visualizing the situation, the people, yourself, your heart, and just watch that pink light just shower over all of you and wash it away like a shower, like you're in the shower. In fact, while you're in the shower, just envision all that being washed away. Okay. And it's not a part of you anymore, not a part of your language, not a part of your heart language anymore. Okay. So, and then the awesome action card here is the 10 of Cups. And that's really bringing in that love, the fullness of love there, and joy and happiness. Okay. And I just wanted to put, I gotta put this up because I thought that was so funny. Thank you, Ellen, for that.
That's funny.
All right. Anyway, so take that time for yourself, and it's that simple. It really is. And you're going to see some radical changes in your heart and mind and energy around you, and what you put out there. Because right now you're putting out there, I'm single, and I'm single as a Pringle, and I'm kind of liking it because I like me now. I like who I am.
But you can manifest someone in your life, that respects you. It's like, some of these relationships, like, it's really odd because some of these relationships that are going to start happening later on are not going to be your typical relationship. It is going to be okay, if you manifest it to have someone live in another state and you somewhere else, and that connection is going to be way different. So it's like, they're saying you don't have to have someone living in the house and doing all this if that's not where you feel like you need to be, or that space that you need to be in. Manifest that someone, if you want your space, manifest that someone, has that same requirement, that they need their space. It doesn't have to be how we always thought about romance and how we always thought about relationship. All these programmings that we have been having is starting to fade. And so they just keep saying, really, anytime I, talk about manifesting, I immediately get the picture of someone standing there with humongous balls down to the floor. And they keep saying, grab your balls and say what you really, truly want. It is okay to ask for something out of the ordinary, because someone else, will respect that. So, and I know, I've got my sage going.
I have an itchy nose. Sorry. Ugh. And I, it's in the next 5 weeks or 5 months coming up for you. Okay. So, yay. Hugs and blessings to you, Lavender.
I'm excited for you, Lavender.
Yes.
This person will be awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a joy to read. So Joanna, if you could throw your question up here so I can put it on the screen, that'd be awesome.
I'm going to put these books up, Debbie. I'm going to put these books up so I know. I'm going to put them on the stairs. I'll be right back. I'm going to put them on the stairs.
Thank you.
What's been going on lately? Joanna, it has been really, really hard. The energy that's been happening. And, you know, it really is, guys, if you're having a hard time with what's going on, it really is a time to really kind of figure out. So they show me a glass, and it's about really kind of looking where the water is. And it's like, have I had my fill? And I'm not saying that you need to ignore the situation, but when you've had enough emotionally, like I've had enough. I can't take anymore. I have to really, like, today is a day about grounding and really kind of taking a self look at myself, because there is a lot of negative stuff happening. And go back to what I was saying, Joanna, about shining that pink light. We need to really take 5-10 minutes, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever time you can spare, to just kind of shine that pink light all over the world and to anybody that needs it.
And I think, why don't we take a moment right now, everybody here in our stream, in our little community right here. And, you know, this is a good spot for light language to come in here, Karen. And, spread some healing. And, but yeah, let's take a moment and really, because that heaviness is, that is real. And we are collectively feeling broken and unheard. And even if it's not, I mean, it's not ours, it's collectively, and we are all emotionally feeling this and in it, and you know, wanting love to win and bringing us forth and birthing us out of this, and in bringing everything to light that's been under the carpet, and that's been pushed under the carpet and for way too long, and well, forever. And it's time to come out. It's time to break this systematic
Programming.
Systematic programming. Yes, that's a good word for it. Systematic racism, systematic programming that has, you know, everybody walking like a robot and just with blinders on. No more. We're not allowing it anymore. But the heaviness is real, and we do need healing for what's going on.
The reason why I laughed a little bit ago is when Debbie said light language. So anytime this situation has come up, Joanna, that's exactly, my brain starts going into light language. And so I compartmentalize, which basically anytime the subject came up, any sort of pains, any sort of thing, my brain's been going immediately into light language, which is best way I can describe it is like speaking in tongues. And it's older than speaking in tongues. But so anyways, I've been doing a lot of that lately. If you don't know what light language is, feel free to look it up on YouTube. But there is a lot of pain. And that's where I say you guys have got to really kind of know when you've had your fill with it and step away from the TV. Know that there's so much bigger things going on than what. Thank you, Aqua. I like it too. It's one of my new gifts. You know, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. But so I have been doing it in my head to let you guys all know and kind of putting it out there. Also, it really is a time to step forward and spend as much time in love, because love is what wins. That's what wins, not the anger, not the frustration, and not the trying to figure out who's doing this or why. Just in that moment, it's really just kind of put yourself in love and send love. And, because all my guides keep telling me is, if you look up, it's called Schumann resonance, the earth, it's a scientific fact. Everything on this planet has energy, and we all vibrate with energy. Now's the time where you're seeing people falling away. People, I hate to say it, they're wanting me to show this to whomever needs to see this. And so my belief system is that before you come onto this earth, you kind of write where you want to go and what do you want to learn in this lifetime. A person that has been abused, maybe they wanted to learn resilience. A person that was fearful of being left alone or being alone, maybe will face lots of people leaving them so that they can face that fear of being alone. And what they keep giving me is this sign. Okay, so this line is the line that we live. This is like, let's pretend this is my life. Okay, at this point in my life, I decided whether I wanted to go up to heaven or I wanted to stay down here. So I chose to stay. This right here, this time that we are in, is a time that some of us have written into our life, that we're just going to let go. And this is like, we've just kind of, we've learned what we've learned, or we've had enough, and we're just going to let go, and we're just going to go up. And so they give me that sign pretty strong that there is so much more going on besides all the pain. And so they just keep saying that, understand that we cannot take the way the earth shakes with the vibrations and the energy. We cannot take any of this nasty stuff along with us. That rug is coming up. You're going to see it. We're not even, they just keep showing me like, here's a rug, and we're right about here now. We're not even halfway. We haven't even seen the majority of what they're going to do. So stay in love, stay in peace. It's just, just understand, when they just keep saying, have really good boundaries about when your cup is really full and you just can't take anymore. And that's the time you need to figure out how you can ground, whether that's outside, whether it's with music, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have purple hair, and that's part of the reason. It's just, that's my quiet when I do my hair, and that relaxing and going outside and spending time with people that are like-minded. So, okay, sorry, that was my soapbox.
No, that was beautiful. That's, a good word for all of us. I just would like, if everybody would like to join in, and just, we're going to close our eyes for a minute. And if we could just all do that, we're going to be closing our eyes, and we're going to just kind of allow Spirit, and you can replace these words with what you are familiar with, but we're going to just allow Spirit to enter in our space and allow us to be able to see what Spirit brings. And if you look out just a little ways in front of you, there's just a huge, huge white light coming from as far up as you can see down onto the earth. And it's so large. It's such a large stream of light coming down. It's as big as a continent. This light. And just take a moment to watch this healing coming to the earth. And when you're ready and when you feel comfortable, if you can just go ahead and just reach your hand out, and you'll see a light coming from your hand touching the light that is hitting the earth. So reach your hand out and allow that energy coming from your hand to touch that healing energy that's hitting the earth. And you're becoming part of that healing. You're receiving that healing and becoming a part of the entire community of healing. So we all are part of that healing. We're being healed and we're being a part of that healing to the earth. And when you are comfortable and when you're ready, you can step back, but you'll see that that white light that's attached to you and attached to the big healing light coming to the earth, it will always, it can't be severed. So it will always be a part of that. And whenever you feel like you need to come back to this space, just close your eyes and see that connection. And you can connect again. You can connect other, more, you know what I mean? You can connect more if you need more. But you can always, if you ever are starting to feel that heaviness or wanting to be part of a deeper part of the collective healing of the earth and of the people, just come back to the space and you'll be able to see what is, you can see it happening and you can become part of it at any time. So you can step back when you're ready and give the earth another hug and then come back to us. So thank you for being a part of that healing. And thank you, Joanna, for
Yes.
For suggesting that we do that. So that's beautiful. And thank you, community, for doing that together with us. So,
I need to open my window.
so is everyone back with us? Are we all back?
So Lola just texted me and said she still has no power.
Aww. Okay, so thank you again, Joanna. Are we all back? Yep. Did you get any other message as you were doing the language for us? Or?
It was really, for me in my mind, what I was getting was watching you guys all work and do some power in and that light and that loving energy come in. But then I was also watching as this was coming in, just this darkness kind of go up. And it's really odd for me because I've been getting a lot of new messages and new signs. So it was almost watching this grid around the earth, and it was like all of it was just kind of lifting up, lifting out, all this negative kind of black smoke gray. So it was beautiful to watch. And I had to, kind of dry my eyes out because I was kind of tearing up there for a minute.
For sure. Yeah, me too. It was a tough one, but important. Thank you again, Joanna. So we have Nesbeth next on the list. And what time we need to, it is...
it's going to be 11 now, our time.
Okay, so, and you need to head out at...
Well, and I can go as long as you want because the grandbabies, I'm having grandbaby day, guys. So
lucky. So Nesbeth is next. If she's Nesbeth, if you're here, please put your question in. People stepped away for a minute. Okay. Welcome back, Teresa. We just did a heal. We just went through a healing, guided healing. That was awesome.
Oh, you missed it, Teresa. That was awesome. That's okay. You can replay it, I think.
Yeah, you can still be a part of it. Of course you are. Okay, so I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing a Nesbeth question. So are you still here, Nesbeth?
While we're waiting on her, please keep in mind that go on to Debbie's channel, go on to Lola's channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell. That way you know when we're online, when one of us is online. People this year pertaining to platonic and romantic love. So Nesbeth, when I read that, what I saw was calling in your spiritual family. It's very important that you call in your spiritual family, like just manifesting. Instead of manifesting just a relationship, you're going to manifest your spiritual family. And so what I would do if I were you would just be ask it over in your head. Bring anybody that has my highest and best good into my life, and just see how that feels in your soul and kind of sit with that. Bring anybody that has my highest and best good into my life. Because now is the time, they say, to manifest. Now's the time to manifest what you really, really want. The veil is getting thinner.
And Nesbeth, I'm seeing here that, yes, this will be coming in for you. You have, what Karen was saying, that like-mindedness, that level of vibrational level that meets yours, that's coming in here with the six of diamonds here. And here with the 7 of wands, it's kind of like what I'm hearing and seeing is that kind of like, don't be your own worst enemy here. Don't block yourself. From your own. These are thoughts coming at you, like thoughts against yourself that are in your own head, and your doubts. Like doubts and stuff like that. So really come on top of your self-speak.
Mm-hmm.
And then here with the 8 of hearts here, you're really gonna, everything that you would hope for is gonna come into place here. So that's the first part that I wanted to share with you, that yes, this is going to take place. But it really takes some time to work on some of those self-thoughts.
What really kind of hit me was when you were saying that, Debbie. So there's a really awesome book, and it's about this big, and it's called The 4 Agreements. And so for some reason, I was watching this movie in my head when I was zoning out, and it was like watching your past and people in your past that would be like, it would be like, first of all, let me just tell you this. So they throw a mirror up like this. And what my mirror means to me is like people in, and I always like put myself in your shoes, sorry. People would be fighting with me or arguing with me, and then they would start calling me names or calling me stupid or calling me whatever it would be, whatever names. And so after a while, I kind of start taking that in, and I start almost making that my reality. And so when Debbie said, pay attention to that self-talk that you do, it's like really kind of look at what honestly belongs to you. When that mirror pops up in my head like this, what that means is that people have spoken these words to you, and for some reason you have that programming, and I hate to keep saying that word again because I don't like it, but that programming that you have of who you are and all of that. So they're saying start paying attention to what you brought into your life, Nesbeth, and said, okay, it's just like going over there and saying, well, I can't be a math teacher because I really suck at math. No, you don't suck at math. You just need to relearn it a different way. Does that make sense? So, go ahead.
I was trying to, I got caught in I was following.
Following in the thing.
Like I'm visualizing, I'm going with it, so I get caught into the dream of it. Okay, so here we have. So I wanted to know more about the romantic love coming in for you, as well. And we have the Two of Cups. And so that is showing that there's a possibility for that coming in for you, that you do meet someone that's like-minded there, okay? Mm-hmm. And here, very positive, you have the Sun, which, you know, and the Lily. Awesome. So
that means, yeah, you have, it's going to come.
It's coming. And the Sun is enlightenment and lighting up a situation. It's a yes card. It's a everything joy card, you know, like that. You know, new joy. But here you have crossing it is the death card here. And that's talking about letting some things go. And we kind of addressed part of that already, about some things need to kind of shift and be released and let go, and you need to move on from them. Okay, so it's not about just letting go; it's about moving on from them to allow this to come in. Okay, so whatever that means for you, if you're holding on to something from your past, or a belief system, or how you feel things need to go in a certain way or something like that. Let me see. What else are you saying with that, Spirit? I see you writing stuff down. I'm seeing a letter, and I'm seeing you writing. It's almost like, and I'm hearing the word holding a grudge. So maybe it's time to kind of release some of that energy to allow this new energy to come in. And then you have these two surrounding it with the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands. And that's really bringing in a unity there. Okay. So, but that was just the one area that needed to be addressed. Go ahead, Karen.
I was just going to say that, you know, it really is about, I mean, they just keep, it's really weird. I've never seen this. So it's almost like I'm wearing dirty clothes, and in wherever this fits, Nesbeth, they want you to just kind of, it's like watching, I'm wearing these dirty clothes, and I've in this perception of myself, and I'm putting in the washing machine, and I'm washing it, and I'm coming in with, who do you want to really be? And then, you know, they show me a door closed back there. So it's like, you just really need to drop anything that doesn't have your highest and best good. It's time really to step away from all that and just close the door behind you. You know, so try to get rid of all of that. So yeah, I'm excited for you, because I do see a lot of new wonderful things.
Absolutely.
So with these ones, you know, I lifted up this card, which means, yes, a beautiful thing. It's like, you know, to me, this is one of the best cards. The Sun that Debbie had was the first. This is the next one. New things are coming. Okay. They're coming for your home. You know, when I saw this card, it wasn't so much the house as it was the foundation. It was the foundation. And then this one is all about, I kind of joke with this one. It's, you know, you can't climb a 14er straight up. You could, it would hurt, but it's about just kind of taking those steps and taking that path to just really step away from and walk away from anything that doesn't have your highest and best good. They just keep saying, it's like, walk away from your highest and best good. So, but yeah, I'm excited for you, because new people are going to come.
Yeah. Yeah. There's, oh gosh, I was given another thing, and it totally left when you were talking.
That's what happened to me. It's just another thought came pushed into my brain. It's crazy energy, I'm telling you.
It is. Today's a little different, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, blessings to you, Nesbeth. And
so those of you that just came in.
Very much.
Oh, go ahead.
I got a vision again of you, and this time you had a backpack on, and you were carrying, you were backpacking, but you were carrying a bunch of shit you don't take backpacking. You don't take apples and fruit and bananas and all that because it's too heavy, right? You don't take cans of food backpacking or anything because that shit you don't take hiking. It's too heavy. So you need to unload some stuff that doesn't belong to you anymore. It's not serving you anymore. So get rid of that stuff and you're going to be flying like a kite, high as a kite. And super light and ready for that new energy to come in. So that's what came in when she was talking.
Yeah.
All right. So Nesbeth, thank you. And blessings to you. All right. Next we have Pragaya. So, can you write it out, Pragaya? And I also wanted to give a shout out to Jima. Thank you for your beautiful comments, and I will continue to send healing and love and light to you as well.
Greeter, that keeps happening.
Something weird's going on today for sure.
Yeah, usually, I mean,
positive.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff's happening right now.
So, yes, Pragaya, if you can go ahead and post your question again so I can put it up on the screen. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Manish. What is going on with Manish? Thank you for writing it. I found it. I am not good at the chat thing. All right, here we go. Manish.
You want to go first?
I'm just getting the visual of them.
That's what I'm getting. What do I want to use? Let's see, I'll use this deck. I don't think Manish feels to me like, oh yeah, tomorrow is the eclipse, and we've got a lot of we're in what do you call it? The planets. Yeah, forget it.
Retrograde.
What'd you say?
Retrograde.
Yes, there's just a lot of weird things with planets, and I don't follow that stuff because it's way.
We need Carissa.
Yeah, we need Carissa. So I don't want to mess up your name. How did you say your name, Debbie?
Pragaya.
The thing that I get, the feeling that I get is when I step into his shoes. Nesbeth, thank you. We're try to be very honest, even when it's hard news. The thing that I get is like, I'm just kind of like, they've got me in a bar. Okay. And in a social place. And I'm just kind of looking, what'd you say?
Oh no, because I'm having allergies, but I saw him. I feel like I saw him last time when we read for you. I don't know if it's the same guy, but sitting on the porch, at a cafe outside, crossed legs, people around, and kind of doing his little thing.
And it's almost like I don't really know what I want, they've kind of put me in his shoes. Like I really don't know what I want. I feel, even though I feel very young inside, even though I would say I'm a little bit older. Well, he's younger than me, but he's still a kid to me. But inside it feels very young, and I don't know what I want. I think I want this, and I'm kind of looking at all of these things. And so when I ask spirit in my head,
I think he wants to be young.
I think
he wants to be like,
mhm.
I think he wants to be in the club dancing and doing all that, but
Yeah, it's this young kind of mentality. I don't want to give all of this up. And I'm looking, what is really odd and what is really weird is that I'm looking at women like dessert. Like I'm kind of looking at it like, I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want chocolate. I don't know if I want, vanilla. I don't know. And so spirit gives me he doesn't really know. So where you're at is you feel like an older soul who is like, I know what I want. I know what I want to get. I know what I want to. And all I would say is, my guides are telling me you will see how this will pan out for yourself. But is this enough? And so one of my guides whispered in my ear, don't make, and I always get this messed up, so you're going to have to help me, Debbie, or anybody out there. It's almost like, don't make someone a priority that makes you an option. Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one. Don't.
Yeah. So they just keep saying, don't make someone a priority that makes you an option. And so whatever that means to you, but basically they're telling me that you will see, regardless of what Debbie and you're going to see exactly how it will pan out.
I'm going to write that in the chat. Don't make
someone a priority.
Someone the type thing is way over here. Sorry.
So Debbie's the only one that can type. I can't type on the screen. Since I'm the guest, it doesn't give me that option.
But so, you can't do in the chat? You can't type in the chat?
Nope. I can just see it. I can see a private chat, so I can chat.
Oh, I see. Don't make someone a priority.
That makes you an option. Okay, so I got to check because this is the grandbaby. Let's see what. Oh, she doesn't like peaches. Here we go. There's the grandbaby.
Oh, baby.
She apparently doesn't like peaches.
Oh.
I think she takes after me with that.
It makes you an option.
She's not liking peaches. Wow.
Oh.
Look at that face.
Write this down, everybody. Oh, look, it came in at 11:11.
Oh, see, 11:11. See, isn't that cool?
Okay, so
thank you, Gma.
Don't make someone a priority that makes you an option. I love that one. Take that into your heart, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to show you my cards here for Gaia. And we have the heart and the moon.
I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
I never put these up by the stairs.
So what I'm seeing here is, not forcing. Not that you're forcing this relationship or forcing it to wanting it to happen, but you're trying to get victory, over a rough, like not a stable situation, it's showing that it's not positive. Okay. And you're trying to create a victory here, and it's almost like you're not sure what your heart wants. And so becoming very clear of what does your heart want? What are you seeking? What do you need? It's not quite clear. You have the heart and the moon here. Okay. But I do see, because in mirroring with here, you have someone over here, you have someone else that's not Manish. And the King of Wands, and, bringing in that beautiful, passionate, real loyal friend here, this energy. So it's almost like you're going between Manish and this beautiful friend that could bring in a lot of passion, energy, and you're unsure where to go. Okay. still your choice. You can go either way. But if you go here with Manish, it's going to be a battle for you because you're going to constantly try to overcome his inability to communicate all his truth to you. Okay.
And they keep telling me that I think sometimes when we want something so bad, we make excuses for the person. And so those things that he lacks, I'm trying to find the words for it. It's like, okay, if he is not a good communicator, and then in your head, you're like, oh, but when we get to know each other, he'll be better. No, if he's not a good communicator, he's just not a good communicator. So they're saying be really cognizant about his deficits and don't make excuses for them. Does that make sense?
It really does with the cards that dropped over here for him. Yeah, for that whole thing. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to draw one more card for you.
So one of the things that I drew was master your heart. And this is, they really go back, whatever guide is speaking to me on this side did it again, and you said it again, don't put someone first that is going to make you just an option. You master your heart and you master what you really want. And I don't know what it is, but they keep showing me a shift. Not for their physical shift is some other things that are going to happen in your life. So just be prepared that a shift is coming for you, and manifest it, that it be wonderful and it be awesome. If the shift is coming, it'll bring you so much joy. Because they keep saying, I don't know why they keep saying, pay attention to school. And, what is it with school? Because they keep showing me school, and you really need to be focused on what it is, the next step almost. That's what they keep making me feel like it's the next step, whatever that means. Daydreams and decisions, that really is just kind of, what do you want? Take some quiet time to really decide what it is that will fill your heart. And they're saying, oh, I hate when they give me this one because I always mess this up. Okay. So there's a guide sitting here saying is, sometimes we don't realize that we teach others how to treat us. And so I will use this as an example. If I'm with somebody and this person yells and screams at me or treats me bad, then I take them back. Then I just tell them it's okay to treat me like that, And so some of us need to, they've got they've got my throat. They're kind of choking me out. That sometimes, you don't say. And I'm not sure if that's cultural or if the reasons why, but sometimes you don't say what you should be saying, because whether it's cultural or fear of not speaking your truth, but they're saying you are in a wonky, weird time because you have to step up to the plate. You have to speak your truth. You can't be quiet. Okay. So just because you speak your truth doesn't make you mean, if that makes any sense.
And I just want to jump in here, Progio, with that. And this card came in for you, and Spirit's asking you with this card to take responsibility for your heart, your soul, your mind, stand up for you, and take responsibility for you, not others around you, right? And then this beautiful card came in for you, success. And know that there's no greater goal than to love. So hold on to that passion of love, and be loved and to love, because that's so part of you. And
Yeah, you're such a beautiful person.
yeah, and again, choose the best direction for your heart. Use your intuition, because I know you know.
Lola just popped in and said that they didn't announce that they were going to do some work, and they've got some cables all loose, and they're working on the electricity out there.
Oh, so they're still working on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So at least we know where it's coming from. It's not a freak accident thing. Okay. Well, that's good. But they should have warned him, I would think.
That's what she said. They didn't tell her anything.
They should have sent a notice out or something. Interesting. Okay. Who is next? Let's take a look. I think we lost some people cut out. So let's look back at the list here. We have, I think Greeter had another question, and then we have Yvonne after that. So Greeter and Yvonne next in line. So, oh, thank you, Positive. So Greeter, I think you had another question. And if you want to post it, or if, thank you, Aqua. Okay, so if Greeter, okay, yes, I do. Okay. Here we go. You throw that question back on here. And then please post it, Positive, and I'll put it up on the screen. Love and light to you, Pragaya.
Seeing you eat, I just realized I haven't eaten anything today.
I got my almonds.
I had a lot of. Didn't we have this the other day?
I don't. Oh, we did. We gave it a little answer, but it was right at the end.
Oh, okay. So I want to answer Pragya's question. I mean, my daughter is coming to go hang out today. So
we have a short period of time.
We have a short period of time, so I'm not sure we get to another question. Understand that Debbie is usually on with either me or Lola or Sierra on Sundays, Mountain Standard Time at 11:11. Yeah. I, unfortunately, am taking a sailing class.
That's not unfortunate.
Well, I mean, it is good, but that's why, I mean, I miss you guys when I'm not on Sundays. It feels a little odd. So, but yes, so know that if we didn't get to your question today, feel free to go back on 11:11. And then Lola, this is Lola's time usually. Mm-hmm. And but because of her electricity, that's why. So Greeter, again, the minute I saw that question, the first thing that I thought of was this is just my belief system. You can take it or you can leave it. I always, when I hear and I see a child that did not come down, I see this, remember, I believe that you write your whole life's path and what you want to experience and what you want to learn here. And so I watched this person take this huge bite of this steak, and I'm trying to chew it and I'm trying to choke it down, and I just can't do that. And so I basically feel like, you know, I had so much on my plate that I had wanted to accomplish so much that when I really saw what this entails, it actually scared me. So they're showing me that, you know, she did not jump into the body.
Boy.
Yeah, they did not jump into the body when they were supposed to, because it was just too scary. It was just too much. So I had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, first off, the pain of losing a baby is a child is beyond, and I'm sorry for that journey that you are going through. But the beautiful part of it is that you have love, you have a space of love for him. Did you name him, Teresa? Because I do sense that his spirit is around you, and he is, you know, they do grow up on the other side. They don't, they do grow up and have, he's very playful. So, and I sense that a little mischief, I would say. So if you notice things, you know, moving, or Matthew. Yeah, okay, Matthew. So, because that helps me connect a little deeper. Yeah, so Matthew, he's a little mischief. So if you come up, you're like, I just put a pin there. Where's my pin? Like that missing. He's moved it. So he plays with you, and because that's kind of how he wants to share himself with you, is his playfulness. So when you feel like all of a sudden you feel like playful, or, you know, like that, no, his spirit is right there with you. So he likes to continue to bring, he likes to bring that joy in and that playfulness in. And so that's kind of how he knows to do it, is if he moves stuff around in your house. So you'll know that that's him.
And the same thing I got, but he was shutting off lights.
Yeah, lights. Anything like that is a little like, you know, like that, playful. So yeah. So I hope that is helpful to know, Teresa, that Matthew is definitely around you, and he tries to bring in those playful moments and that joy. He wants you to feel. He wants you to feel him. He also wants you to have joy and playfulness in your life. So, and
just to know,
yeah, that would be him.
It seems like stuff just automatically falls. Yeah. And it really is. He really goes and says, this was not anything that had to do, like, that was, he goes like this. So when a spirit goes like this to me, that means this was my choice. This was on me. And so he does this and he goes like that. So this was on me. It had nothing to do with you or the type of person that you were. I don't want to choke down all that. I don't really want to go down and face all those things. So just know that he's fine and he's safe and he's always with you. So yay, Peter. Great message from him, I think.
Yeah. Sweet spirit. Sweet spirit. Okay, Vaughn, if you can write your question again for me, that would be helpful. And that way I can put it on the screen. Oh, yeah. It's so natural, Teresa. And I'm so glad he came through with that message for you, that it was not you. It wasn't.
No, wasn't you.
I hope you can find healing in that.
I mean, they literally show, he shows me that at the time of birth, he literally goes, I'm too scared. There's too much I got to choke down and I can't. So it doesn't have anything to do with you, Greeter.
Here's the quote from Positive for Life. Thank you for that. And let's take a look at that while we're waiting for Yvonne's question. Go ahead and repost your question, Yvonne. Thank you. When you love yourself fully, you will know what it is like to be fully loved. It will make it easier to identify someone who will fully love you, for sure. When you love him or her, it will be easy to love them back. Beautiful. I love that. I'm going to write that down.
Well, and I also think Positive for Life, it's when you love yourself, you really start creating good boundaries, is what they show me. And so, you're not going to put up with certain things. And so there, it makes it really, you really find your boundaries in that, they keep saying.
I love that. So I don't see Yvonne on anymore. Did she scoot off? Because she was just messaging right up above and now she's not. So, because I don't have a question. Oh, there you are. Okay, I'm going to finish writing down this. When you love yourself fully.
I'd like to know what Spirit has to tell me and what do I need to know.
I really like the identify. I like it that it, when you really fully love yourself, it makes it easier to identify someone who's going to fully love you. That's awesome.
Okay, so, well, okay. So Yvonne, the minute I kind of focused in on you, I really got the, they keep showing me like when my spidey, I call them my spidey senses, okay? Because I believe that everybody can do this. It's just a matter of training your brain, okay? But they're saying that I feel like you are trying to, you're starting to step into some of this. They're showing me little acknowledgments of 1-1s, 2-2s. Oh, okay, Glenn.
Wait.
Wait, I'm confused. I'd like to know what Spirit has to tell me, what I need to know, but honey, I did that. It's on there. I'd kind of like to know about a guy named Glenn. So what's up? So which question would you like? The Spirit or the Glenn?
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Yvonne.
We need to know what question you want because you put 2 questions down. So which way do you want to go? Do you want to know about Glenn or do you want a message from Spirit? Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's a big delay. And sorry about that.
Yeah, there's a big delay, Positive. I mean, usually you guys are seeing us.
I'm here. Oh, she must be really.
So I'm just going to keep up with what I was saying, Yvonne, because they keep saying that. You need to be gentle with yourself because you're stepping into your spirituality whatever that looks like, because they keep showing me 1 1s, 2 2s, 3 3s. They keep showing me that spirituality speaking, you're growing and you're changing. And they literally, I don't pick up this deck very much. Okay, so has to tell me about a man named Glenn. Okay. Well, they asked me to pick this deck up, and I don't usually read this deck unless it's for people that are spiritual. And they're saying, you're stepping into your spirituality. And so you've got to be gentle with yourself and acknowledge whatever that looks like. If you want more spiritual things to happen to you, when you see that it's a sign, like for instance, I always say when I get off here, I'm going to thank Spirit for giving me signs and speaking with me and telling me everything that comes through. So, and give me more. Thank you so much. Give me more. And that's what I do. Thank you so much. I loved it. Give me more.
Beautiful. I love that. So let me go ahead and point down here at the card so you can see what's going on here. And I just want to back that up, Yvonne, in that super important. Your spiritual gift is. It's kind of like I see this is probably freaky, but I see a body and I see something trying to push out in the body. You see these hands and a body kind of pushing out of the skin.
It's almost like cocoonish.
Yeah, but it's time to really start allowing it to move and release. And you're gifted. Share your gift, basically, and your intuitive knowledge. I get the word knowledge, like instant knowledge, like things. But anyway, I wanted to follow that up. But I want you to look at these cards here, if you can see them with the lighting I have here. So what I'm seeing about Glenn, and you wanted a message from Spirit about kind of like tell me about a man named Glenn. I see that he's an old soul. He's young, but he's an old soul. He's a young man, I guess, but an old soul here. You have the 6 of Wands and the 2 of Cups here coming in, and so that's talking about victory and coming together. So if that's something you have been looking for, and bring in that victory, that would mean a victory to you to come together.
Yeah,
so it's showing that happening for you. But if you kind of wanted to know about him, he's passionate. He's not afraid to get in there and get things done. He's an old soul. He has a good foundation to him. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the cards for you. So, yeah.
This is really odd because every time I try to go on the path that the question that you asked, they're just going, ooh, we're going over here. We want to talk over here.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that I picked up was, so I have this sign, and the sign is this big, beautiful tree. And they literally have me looking up the tree, and then it basically shows a thick limb, and then it goes into a smaller branch, and then it shows the leaf. And that is really my sign for whatever this person is in your life, for whatever reason this person is here. It is to show you a lesson or to teach you something, so that's one of the main things I picked up as far as for cards. I picked, just breathe, breathe, because there's something going on. There's something more, strengthening the bonds. When I saw this, I immediately got the well. And so what the well means to me is, when the water, it's like, okay, so if I'm a well and I keep giving you a person water and I keep giving them water, and that's just like the water means something like giving myself to this person. I keep giving myself and giving and giving. Pretty soon I don't have any water left in my well. So, you know, the strengthening bonds is all about making sure that you're getting what you're giving out. Believe and succeed. Lots of things are happening. And for some reason, this basically means that there is something in your life, and I'm not going, like I said, they want me to tell you that you want to go here, they want to go here and talk about this over here. But there is something in your life that you need to step away from, something that you need to move away from. They say that's very important. These cards, remember, these are the ones that I said I barely ever pick up, but these are the ones that wanted to come out. This is trust in this plan. You know, God, spirit, whatever you want to say, the universe has something so wonderfully planned, and it's going to be awesome. So you got to be trusting that everything's going to come together the way that it needs to. When I see this, and this is family alight, family alight is you really need to start manifesting the people into your life that have your highest and best good. You need to start really, you know, they're basically my sign for someone who's an empath, someone that's on the path is, and I don't know what you call them. It's like those lights that stick in the ground that light the path up. They're saying that's what you are. So you need to start shining your light for people that love and really give back to you, and have good boundaries. Okay.
You know, I wanted to ask more specifically, you know, spiritually, what message coming forward for you. And the first two cards that dropped in, you have the Two Pentacles and Justice here. And that's both talking about balance, bringing things into balance. And so that is what is happening. If you're wondering what is happening,
Yeah,
with all this, maybe feeling.
well, they're showing me the wave.
Okay, yeah.
The wave of the surfboard and what that, you know, can you explain that one? I don't want to.
So the rocky, yeah, you're feeling off balance, you're feeling off kilter or whatever. But what's happening, work is happening, stuff is happening, you're having some healing happening, some enlightening happening. All these things are happening right now. And sometimes when that happens, we start to seek outwardly because we're not understanding all this stuff and we're not understanding all of our emotions. So we start seeking outwards, like, what can I fill this with? Can I drink more wine? Can I have more sex? Can I, whatever it is, it's like you
Filling your cup the wrong way.
Yeah. And so, but they want you to know, they're bringing you into balance. All this learning and stuff that all the lessons you're learning and stuff, it's bringing in that balance for you. Now, if you want to know more about that, you have the Ten of Swords here. So this is things from your past, words, actions, emotions that have hurt you badly. But not only hurt you, you've held on to them.
Yeah.
And they've become part of your being and how you react to life and how you react to situations, all come through these swords. And that's false. That's not who you are. And sometimes you'll say, I wonder why I reacted so harshly, you know, about that. That doesn't even, it's not even that big of a deal. On the outside, you kind of look at that, but you reacted like really like well, either way, it just wasn't appropriate for what happened. Your reaction was really big. Well, it comes from these swords, is what I'm trying to say. And so it's like needing to really take a look at those swords and releasing those swords. So we're going back to what Karen was saying and doing that releasing and letting go, because to bring that balance in. Okay. So you're smiling, Karen.
I would just totally agree with you. It just amazes me when we're on track, you know, when we're both seeing the same things. So it's like, yes, 100%, totally agree with you.
Okay. All right.
So hopefully that helps, Yvonne. I got 3 more cards, which is it's really important for you to step in. Oh, were you done, Debbie?
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Really important for you to start asking your guardian angels for help. Understand that for everybody, your guardian angels cannot just come step in and just kind of help you. I mean, you have to ask for help. You have to ask them to please step in and help and guide you. And so I keep seeing this angel that is eventually going to bring someone who is awesome and beautiful and wonderful into your life. I'm not saying that's not Glenn. Okay. I'm just saying I see them bringing someone into your life, but lots of support coming away, or, lots of guidance coming for you.
That's awesome. I do see a huge shift for you coming. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yvonne. Yeah. I think I feel like something came in when you were talking, but it went right.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to say, I think it's Sonal. We probably will not be able to get you to your question because we're going to end pretty soon. We've been going for almost 3 hours now. And that's kind of where both of us start hitting a brick wall.
like, oh, I can't think.
Yeah. Once we start getting a little loopy, it makes it hard.
Yeah. But yeah, check in the description and you can see where you can catch us live again. And also, Karen, can you send me in the private chat the information that they can reach us for if they want to come on Saturday and actually have a Zoom? You can have an actual Zoom meeting with the 2 of us for a 30-minute reading. And it's $1 a minute, but it's an actual face-to-face, back and forth 30-minute reading just for you. So, and I want to give you that information. I'll be posting the information here so we can, so you know where to find us and sign up. So yeah, that's this Saturday.
Yeah. Let me find it and I'll send it to you.
And please take the information and pass it on. That would help us a lot too. So please take the information. If you don't have time Friday to do it and come on, please pass the information on to someone that you feel might benefit from a 30-minute face-to-face with us on a Zoom meeting. And so.
It has been a marathon. Thank you so much.
Did you send it to me already?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for Jen to reply.
Oh, okay. Oh, where'd you go? Wow. She just left us. Talk about weird stuff happening today, right? But while we're waiting, here she comes.
I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
But we can do, while we're waiting, we go on to one more. We have Lisa next. Lisa, are you still with us? Oh, there she is.
I have to check that. My glasses. Hold on. Don't send that out yet. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So Jen Watton is who sets that schedule up. So did you get that?
I did. I have to
okay.
Click on it.
You see me reconcile with Lisa, that is a really hard one. So if they just show me like your dad who's got his feet planted in the ground and this is how it is. This is, it's just kind of this is how it is. This is my belief, I see him not only with his feet planted in the ground, like he's a plank of wood just sticking out, but then he, puts this staff down, like, this is how I believe. And, it's like he truly believes whatever it is that he believes, that's how it is. And there is no changing. There is no switching. There is no trying to convince, convince him of anything different. It's just the way that it is. He doesn't seem like he's going to bend one way or the other.
I see him. I have a visual. I'm being shown him, yeah. And he has his back turned. Okay, it's not completely like that. Let's say it's like that because, like Karen said, he's unbendable. But he kind of knows that. He knows he's unbendable, but he has his beliefs, and but I see him, and so I walked around to see his face because he wasn't showing me his face. So I walked around to look at him, and he's holding his heart and crying. Mm-hmm. It hurts him, but he cannot turn. He cannot turn, but he is hurt, and it does. You can see he's weeping over it.
But your guides are telling me you need to be strong in who you are. You need to live your life the way you need to do it. And even though that, yes, that is your father and you love him, they're showing me that if you were to bend over and try to be what he wants you to be, I mean, and I don't know what, whatever you guys fought about, because it's not like spirit works that way. Some things are just, they put little bricks, like it's none of my business, but what they're saying is for whatever purpose, you need to stand in your truth, because if you don't stand in your truth, you'd be living a lie, and that's not okay. And I would, and I sit there and I ask my guides, well, could she, do whatever he needs? And they're like, no, you would not be a happy person. And, I see that you said you've tried everything. And they say you have, but I just can't see how that would happen, because they show me you guys like this back to back. And there's a lot of love between you. I mean, I don't feel like there's any hate or but it's just, I can't see it working out.
I see the possibility, and I'll show you. I feel like there's going to be time, a time period passing.
It's going to be a while.
And I can see you kind of like, like you're playing checkers with him or something, or some kind of game. And he's kind of like, you can sense his guard and his block. And it continues to bring you heartbreak, because you can sense the block still there. And, you have here, my phone froze again, so I'm going to have to turn that off. Since the card section froze again. I don't know. Technology today. You have where, the balancing out of give and take of, of your energy back and forth, right? So you're giving and giving more and giving more, and wanting it to come into balance. You have the 8 of Pentacles there as well. So 2 Pentacles, and that's security. That talks about security. And you keep working on creating the security and that foundation back for you. And this is showing a possibility that something new can start. So whatever took place has changed your relationship, but you can create something new. Healing begins, release. Perfect.
Yeah.
And
So
so I do see that happening, and it's something that it will be new between you. As it comes back into balance and healing happens, and that, you continue to try to, or just to be there and allow that newness to come in. It's not going to be like it was before. It's going to be new. And that's kind of where Spirit's asking you to be open to the new way this relationship will be between the two of you.
One of the things that, I want to go back to healing begins and releasing. They're saying, win or lose, know that you're exactly where you need to be. Spiritually speaking, this is a mountain that you two have to overcome, because they show me this mountain and you guys walking up it, but then it ends up in new vitality. So new things happening, and it ends up in joy and stability. So, my guide keeps saying, just walk your path. And this is really odd because they're saying, walk your path, walk up the mountain, down the path, and be true to your soul, but don't beat other people with a hammer with it, whatever that means. Does that make sense? So it's like, walk your path, be in your truth, but your belief system is your belief system, and who you are is who you are.
And he is who he is.
And he is who he is. So you can't beat him with a hammer to make him see or think or feel your way. And maybe that in itself, so that's the main thing. Just be gentle with the situation. They almost tell me, like, you need to take a step back and just be gentle, because you can't drag a dead horse to water. You just can't drag a dead horse. So,
or a stubborn one.
Yeah, or a stubborn one. Okay, so how many?
We have a lot left, so it depends on if we can do one more.
You want to just do one? I was going to see. You want to go? Well, let's go see how it goes.
Okay,
so the next one.
We have Andrea. Ellen bowed out because she felt like we were too overloaded.
Oh, yeah.
So, and she's done that twice. So we need to
make sure we hit her next
time. So, yes, Andrea's next. Blessings to you, Lisa, by the way. Wrapping you up with love and hugs. I'm sorry, that is always...
It's hard.
Relationship, especially with dads. We need healing there worldwide, too.
Thank you, Lisa. We'll be sending you some love and light. Everybody send some pink love to Lisa and wrap her with hugs and light.
Yes. So Andrea's next. She's here. And then Jessica. Andrea is here. All right. And I just want to give a shout out to Positive for Life.
Yes, Positive, you're doing an excellent job. Thank you so much.
A big blessing today. And thank you for your sweet spirit. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Andrea. A message from Spirit. So so what they're showing me, the symbol they're giving to me is, and I'll tell you what it means, but so I see you and you're up in the clouds and you're sitting on top of a cloud, and you're just kind of like you're looking up, and you're in a place of this peaceful place of surrender. And so when I get that symbol for people, and I visualizing them on that cloud in a place of surrender, you're really in a good spot of growth, and open for that new vibration, a higher vibrational level coming in. Sometimes it feels a little rocky when that happens, but they're saying, please continue to stay in that place of surrender to allow that new vibrational level to come in, whatever that means for you. It could be I'm hearing spiritual, so it's like probably a spiritual awakening, or becoming more aware of some giftings that you have, or getting more in depth into them, or
In tuned.
That's the word. Thank you. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little headache here. Okay.
Yeah, I've had one. I pulled 3 cards for you, Andrea, but I also have one in my head that they keep showing me that they want me to talk about. So I'm trying to find that card. But here we go. So this is all about, you are going through a period of growth and and they're saying, they keep going like this, like, up and downs. Things will be tough. Things will be okay. Sometimes, that surfboard thing, sometimes I'm on the surfboard and I'm riding the wave, and next thing you know, something just knocks me off. And
you didn't even see it coming. It's like, wait a minute, I was
doing okay. And why am I, like they literally fill my heart with just kind of sadness and grief. And it's like, you're kind of looking around going, what is going on here? And, one of the main things that you have to do, positive or negative, is say, thank you, Spirit. I feel that. And then kind of search through why you're feeling that way. Is it really you? Or are you just, because they show me a sponge, and a sponge automatically means that you go walking into 7-Eleven or walking into a grocery store, and all of a sudden you start feeling really depressed. That's the sponge. But they're saying right now, you got to drop off all the simplicity. This is the one that was popping into my head. She's dropping all her stuff. She's dropping everything that she doesn't need, all of that programming, so she can float up and be such a spiritual person.
That's the surrender I was seeing.
Yeah. There's a lot of contemplating right now going on. There's a lot of really just kind of looking at yourself and really kind of seeing, what do you want? I mean, like I said before, in different stages in your life, you look at your life and see, is this really what makes me happy? Is this really what I want? Is this really what truly fills my cup? And here you are, you're in contemplation with all of those things, and you're swirling around, and you're looking for the direction, and you're looking at different ways to go, different things to do. And then pretty soon you get the harvest. Okay. You get to pick that fruit. You get what you need. You get what you want. It's going to take a little bit of time, because, let me go back to this. When you look at the outside of the cards, this is earth. This is about being grounded. This is about really.
And the other one is the blue one
is air.
Air. Yeah. So it looks like you got the air thing good, but they really want you to focus a little more on grounding.
The grounding. And, immediately what they show me is you really need to figure out what your emotions are before you step out into, like, they're telling me to tell you what happened yesterday. So it'd be like me stepping out. I didn't even think about it. I just left and went to go run around, do whatever I had to do. When I came back, I was so exhausted, because I had just been through emotion, and it wasn't even mine, because I didn't ground myself first. So they're saying you've got to ground yourself. You've got to figure out that release. Sage is a good thing, when it gets a little heavy, light some sage, go outside, go for a walk, do whatever you got to do. But they're saying it really is acknowledging who you are, what are you feeling right now, and making sure that you're following your gut feelings.
And all of us empaths really need to take note of this, because what Karen's saying also, I mean, what Karen is saying, in that right now it's even harder on us empaths. We are feeling everything, and I'm sure the veil's down and all, all that stuff is stronger now. So whatever's happening in the universe right now, it's harder on us empaths. And so, Andrea, it makes sense that the waves, and it makes sense as well.
Yeah.
And you are that sponge, and it's just tougher right now. And if we don't know how to protect ourselves when we go out, or even in our own homes anymore, we don't even have to go outside and we're feeling shit. So it's important that we really take that time, that grounding time, that visually put yourself in that bubble thing, visually putting yourself in that bubble. When you wake up, say hello to spirit, say good morning to your guides, say good morning to your loved ones, and like that, and then put that bubble on you, okay? And to help protect you from what you do not need to be feeling all day long, right?
I giggled because it always makes me laugh when you cuss. I'm like, oops, I'm wearing off on Debbie.
I'm like this, but see, I'm tired right now.
Yeah.
And so my language, not my light language, my other language comes out when I'm tired or drinking. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do see some new, absolutely new giftings coming in. You have both the the Knight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So, so yes, you have new giftings coming in, and or they're strengthening the ones that you already have the gifts, right? So there's some strengthening coming in to those gifts that you already possess. The Knight of Cups, that's who I would say the empath is, right? You're empathic. You feel other people, and that's how you are able to tap into their energy and give messages to spirit with them, because you're able to empathically feel them. It also helps too with the Pentacles coming in with those two. It just came to me, Karen. You're one of these where you can you feel medical empath.
Yeah.
Medical empath. So if you start feeling like something's hurting here or there, or you have a sensation wherever, a headache, or you might want to investigate that, because that just dropped in from. See,
I'll take over here. So, so a medical empath is like, before I go reading somebody, like before I started today, I really see, do I have a headache? Am I feeling this way? Because what happens to me is I will start feeling something, like my arm will start hurting really bad when I'm working on somebody, or when I'm doing Reiki or whatever. And then all of a sudden my arm and my shoulder will hurt really bad. And it was like, wait a second, I didn't do anything to my arm. So I asked the person, have they ever had any issues with their arm? But I'm also what's called a mirror empath. So I basically feel it on the opposite side. So if my left arm is hurting, it's probably their right arm. Also, they're telling me you need to be careful and watch colors too, because your vision will come out. It's a possibility. So it would be like when I look at someone who's sick, sometimes I don't feel it, because there are certain things I don't want to feel, but it'll be like a highlight. And so they'll give you highlighted colors, or a different color. It doesn't have to, mine's highlighted yellow. So it's like, there's a problem here. And so I'm not a doctor, so I just say you might want to watch out for things happening in your chest. You might want to watch out. So they're saying, yeah, just like Debbie said, you're picking up medical stuff too. So be really in tune with your body before you start. And for those of you that are stepping in, I'm a people watcher. I used to love to go to the malls and sit someplace and just watch and see what I pick up. Doesn't mean you have to Doesn't mean you have to go up to someone and say, hey, does your back hurt? No, just acknowledge it, let it flow through you, and let that go away so you're not hanging on to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's good advice to all of us.
So I want to bring this card in, which is comparison. Understand that, you know, for me and Debbie's got completely different gifts than I have. You know, I don't compare myself to her. We're completely different. So what this is saying is don't compare yourself to other people. Understand that you're your bright, beautiful self. You know, here's the oak tree that's going, man, she's, you know, that little bamboo tree can just bend in the wind. And when the wind blows, I just break. And the bamboo looks at the oak going, man, look at how sturdy they are. Look at how wonderful. But they both have their pros and their cons. So just love you. Really important that you find friendships that allow you to grow.
Yeah.
There's no jealousy. It's like this, when the sun is on one side, it protects the other tree. And then when the sun goes to the other side, the other tree is protecting back to the other one. So this is about friendly relationships that help you grow. Okay, that's very huge. And there's going to be some new traveling. Understand, Andrea, that the traveling does not mean that, it can mean that you're going to pick up and go on a trip, but you're just going to be in different spaces at different times. You know, they're hearing, or they're telling me that you're picking up on different frequencies. So be cognizant of when you're hearing squeals, because that's what they're giving me right now, is you hearing tones and squeals. And at that point, you need to tell your guardian angels, yeah, you need to change that up, because it doesn't sound very
a little.
Yeah.
So I also am seeing that you travel when you sleep, because it's like your soul never stops, right? So your soul is still hearing the cries of people, and you will go to them to help heal or be a part of their healing. And there's a lot of us that do that. So we travel together to those cries that Spirit directs us to. And so you do that when you sleep. So if you wake up and you're tired, or you feel like, what happened? Like yesterday, I woke up and I was so dizzy. So I know that I'm like, I didn't, there was no reason for me to be dizzy like that.
So write your dreams down. If you feel like you woke up and you can remember stuff, write your dreams down. I do that all the time. I travel at night and it's just crazy. So
I feel like that's something that to be aware of. You have the 7 of Wands coming here in the center. So it's really honing in on all these different things coming at you. Like, I have a little bit of, I know things before they happen. I see visions. I feel people. So all these different gifts. So like, you're one of those people that have a little bit of everything, right? And it's really kind of getting on top of those and honing in on those and kind of, gathering them in and understanding them and kind of categorizing, putting them in place, so to speak. And then, you'll be on your way with the 2 of Wands. It's kind of like, once you do that, it's all in place. And at that point with the 2 of Wands, you're just back to being in that place of allowing your gifts to naturally work through you as you heal, help, and love people.
yeah, they're saying that the last cards that I picked for you is this is a time of completion. Things are starting to come together. Things are starting to, it's just completing. And so that's a really good place to be. They're saying, be very careful. This is playing politics. This is a hard, okay, they're changing it up. So ordinarily what this card means is that women have, I use this as an example, women have this thing like, I'm okay, but you're really not okay. But for you, it's kind of different. Because for you, they're saying that this impasse and healers, when they're very young, whether it be an age or just stepping into their spirituality, have a problem with, we're people pleasers, and we try to help everybody, and we try to make everybody happy. And so that people pleasing way that we are used to is going to have to change. And they show me that sign again. Some people, you're just going to have to let them drown, and you can't hold the ship up. The ship will go, you will go down with the ship. So have good boundaries and just speak your truth. But they're saying, go with the flow, be gentle with yourself, because there's new things that are going to happen. And so this isn't, it's like really get to know your gut feeling, really get to know your spidey senses. Oh, and they gave it back to me. I was going to say this earlier when Debbie was talking about grounding yourself and putting, I'm getting kind of tired too. Grounding yourself and putting a wall up of protection. They're saying you could also use jet, which is a protection stone. You can also use black obsidian. And there's another one, but I can't think of it. So jet and black obsidian are really, really good stones.
Black obsidian.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, and for those of you that are empaths or healers and are picking up, another stone that you can kind of have is preonite, and it's spelled Prehin, something like that. Preonite is the healer stone, so it kind of helps you. It almost like gives you, a vibrational kind of charge.
Ooh. Okay, and to end here, Andrea, we have trust, imagination, and pride. And let me tell you about those real quick. Trust comes in, accepting that inner voice, and that they are trust in your intuition, and know that what you're hearing and stuff is you're being guided correctly. Okay, so trust in that as you grow in your giftings. Trust in that inner voice. Imagination, bringing in. Embracing that creative aspect of you and what you bring to the table. It's going back to the picture of the two trees. Embrace that. Everybody's different. Everybody brings a color to the table. All right. So embrace that imagination. And then pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Okay, so really acknowledging that, as we move about and as you're using your gifting, that's going to be really important, that as you love yourself, you're going to be able to really love others. And it goes back to that quote. But it's kind of like the image that they give me for this one is on an airplane, when the oxygen masks drop, you put the oxygen mask on yourself, or you can put it on someone else. So that's important in this as well. It's kind of like love yourself, understand yourself, and you're going to be better able to do this work. Okay.
And they're also saying that, understand, be gentle with yourself about your past. It's like looking at your past and going, God, I was so stupid. Why did I do that? Why did I, it's not about flogging yourself. It's about looking at your past so that you can go, oh, I can speak to this.
Yeah.
I always say, I can't speak and I can't, I used to say this, they want to say, I don't know a drug addict. I don't know how to help that person. I've never done that. Mm-hmm. I don't have the words for that. I can try. It's not someone that usually, but they want you to know, like, the reasons why you went through all of those things is so that you have a place to where you could speak from. And so don't look at it like stupid me. Look at it like, hey, I did a good job. I survived this. Because it makes your words valid, they say. Like I said, I can't talk to someone who's been on drugs or has an addiction. I don't know that. So, but yeah. So thanks, Andrea.
Yeah.
We're excited for you.
I'm looking for the post I put on here so we can talk. Oh, here it is. Yes, thank you, Andrea, for that questions. Blessings to you as you grow. Everybody send her light and love, and yeah, excited for you as you, on your journey here.
And Andrea, all of us healers and empaths, we all have boundary issues. It's one of the things that you have to learn.
Amen. Amen. Okay, so here's who you contact, guys. Write this down and give it to your friends as well. Appreciate that. For this Saturday in 2 days, we'll be doing we'll be doing. You talk about it.
Okay, so Jen is well, we'll just call her our manager in this. And so if you write Jen Watton, she will go ahead and set up a time with you. And what happens is Debbie and I will be doing 30-minute increment readings. So that'll be $1 a minute. And then you have 30 minutes with us to ask whatever you want. It's a private Zoom meeting. You will be sent an email that has your meeting time. It has a password in it. It has a link. So you would click on the link. You would copy your password first, click on the link, and then you'd be sitting in the waiting room. And when it's your time, so we ask that you be there 5 minutes early, we will pull you into the room and then we will do that reading. And so Jen is going to, if you want a reading from us on this Saturday, go ahead and send Jen an email and she'll schedule that. And we're taking payment through Venmo, PayPal, CashApp, and Square via what do you call it? An email invoice. So, all right, are we doing?
And if you can't come aboard, or if you don't have time on Saturday or whatever, please pass it on to your friends. We appreciate that.
Yes.
And, thank you for liking and sharing our channels and supporting our channels too. So that is very helpful and very appreciated. And we are loving you all and super. My cat is now here. Luna, say hi to everyone. If you're going to be here, say hi.
See, she's really my cat. I'm claiming her. Every time I go over, she just rubs all over me, and I'm highly allergic to cats, but only that cat I don't have a problem with.
Okay. Thank you, Positive Life. Yes, let's go ahead and put that up. Perfect. So thank you. And thank you again, everybody, for a lovely time together. I enjoy our community here. And I hope that you have a good rest of your Thursday. Be kind to one another. And
don't forget to take that quiet time every night if you could, just to kind of send out love and light to the world and to anybody who needs it. And that just when you're doing that, just imagine that the traumatic energy that's happening now be released, and that all healing for anybody that needs some healing, that light shine on them.
Yes. Thank you. Blessings all. And we hopefully will see you Saturday. If not, we'll see you Sunday at the live stream again. So
bye, guys.
love and light to you all.